bit of a clash there in the background. I can see that on the mini screen, but we're going to see what's going on here as these two teams are heading in towards each other. With Team 17 trying to achieve the high ground play through the smoke cover. Team number 5, which is Sierra Esports, they're making this rush through. Can they get this done? There's not that much cover. The smoke is there to provide that to a certain degree. And look at the play from Elroy. He spots out. He gets a knock. It's Fury. King T being taken out. Fury is in the mix. Slime tries to come in for some cover up. He gets caught out. It's only Kickass. He's in a 1v4 situation. The nades are raiding it. Kickass, can he kick some ass? He's trying to do something, but the hunt was on. Sierra Esports eliminates TikTok Titans.
I either have to wait it out so that Zonex and Fear can fight it out, or he's gonna have to make the first move, which on his part might just mean the end of his team.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'd be sitting there and trying to say that once they engage, the only time I want to go into this mix here.
Yeah, the third party it all the way.
Yeah, Protein taking a lot of damage as Elroy is just there to provide the certain amount of cover, but there's no way he's going to be able to get close in. He's just waiting to be able to peek around the corner. I think we should see Protein being taken out, but he does know where Whitey is. The EMP zone will force Whitey closer towards where Elroy is. Trying to stay safe for the most part, but he's taking a lot of tag damage. But oh, look at the control from Elroy as he gets it done. Oh, but the nade! What a nade! What a nade to finish it off. Persecutors with the chicken dinner. So we have LGBTQ plus crazy. Why is he from? Quite a huge distance away, considering the plane decided to fly over the smallest region of the map. It's like it could have chosen any direction. It was like, yeah, we're heading east.
Yeah. Well, I was half and half. You know, I mean, they're gonna meet halfway there.
It is quite a distance, right? Because Montenegro is on the way. We do get quite a few people who like to go for this. But let me ask you guys this question, right? Would you want to go for your traditional hot drops, right? That you usually go for in rank? Or would you be thinking of, you know, second guessing a little bit and try for somewhere a little less common, but with still decent loot?
I would go for the second option. I know that kills are very great here. But you can always find more plays later on.
Yeah, you don't really want to get into... I
definitely agree.
Yeah, you don't really want to get into action too early. Especially with nothing on your side.
Yeah, it's an RNG game afterwards.
Yeah, and the thing with this map is the loot is not always very great. And you really have to be good at sniping to be able to really get this map under... Yeah, they're really doing the most.
Agreed. But let's take a look at Inspector. So Inspector is in his dune buggy. I agree with you. This map is not the most funnest, like, personally. But you know, there are people. It is like how we say, different strokes for different folks. As Inspector tries to get a bit of tag damage here on team number 5. Oh, they managed to get just King out of the vehicle. Protein has to reposition. Do they have the smoke cover in here? As Inspector saying, time to reload, trying to play some more fire into the mix. Between him and Iron, who they seem to have gotten team number 5, who finished off quite high in terms of position, but now they're in a lot of danger. Iron did get knocked, but it's Sahil who is close by, who has been eliminated, and so DC's in the meantime. Sahil on the high ground, providing out that bit of scouting. Teo has been knocked. Just King as well. But Elroy was doing a lot of damage in the last game. There's a couple of nades coming through the way of Sahil. Protein is trying to hunt him up on the top of the mountain. Iron is still the only one that's in danger. Sahil with the strafing around the rock. He's got the Molotov. He's waiting for it to land. Wants to reposition behind the tree, but could that have been dangerous? Inspector took a lot of damage from that. He throws out a bit of smoke to provide the cover. This is a 1v1 battle for note. And it's Sahil who gets the win.
That was crazy movement. Well done.
Yeah, the strafing on point from Sahil as Inspector gets that one more, or actually the quick double elimination and then.
Yeah, definitely. And I really think that we don't, as South Africans, we don't get enough recognition until we reach like the top tier where we're fighting against other countries. So I definitely agree with that.
T21X has I am Sage in the scope. Oh, the nade coming through there. Down the oh, it's on fire. I'm Sage gets the opportunity to heal back up. Used it for cover, but it needs the teammates to make that play across. The nade's raining in onto T21X. He's alone here. He's in a 1v4 situation. The smoke cover from Sage, but do they know that T21X is alone? I don't think so. He's providing enough cover for a fire cover for an entire team. So it's team number 14, Adult World, who are deciding to be a bit safe because they don't know whether they could be heading into a trap right now. In the right choice here, just trying to hightail it. Sasuke is the one waiting patiently. He's gonna throw a little bit of fire. Can he get that? He gets a knock onto Dead. Now it's a patience game. He's gonna have to wait for that moment time when his teammates can make the wraparound play. Dead is being locked down. Bo has to hightail it because I think it's just Bo and Dead left alive. Yes, it is.
We have one more there in the back, way back, moving in from the right-hand side.
I wonder why there was such a huge split between them. But Bo, he's trying to get enough cover for Dead, but I don't know. It's too difficult for him to try to get that revive. So much open space here.
Definitely looks like they're going for that confirm. We do have Shelby moving in as well. Not in time. Oh, well done, well done.
What a knock from Bo. How did he even see that through the smoke? Oh, he gets knocked in return as Woody is making his way across. Shelby trying to find a bit of cover. Team number 6, which is our Infinity Gang, they're making their way across. And they said it's time between the two teams. Third parting is real. As we're watching Team 6, they're just real and dead. Where Woody is, who has decided not to say anything. Oh, looks like we're in for that GTA style play as Silverbot in the vehicle. The dropout here, dangerous, gets the knock onto Sasuke. Can they get the rush play through? Sage is on the other side of the mountain. Makes me sing that song, Coming Around the Mountain. But I don't think it's when she comes. Because the way they've got Sasuke in position here, Electric, it's looking deadly.
Yeah, I think definitely that teammate definitely went on to greener pastures, if we can put it like that. Just trying to get the team some placement points.
Sahil has been spotted out here, but a tag damage coming through from aimbot. We did watch some damage there in the early part of the game. So just some tag damage here. This guy is taking a lot. Sahil just empties an entire clip into the distance. Now has to hightail it as shots are coming from every day. Sage and Woody just trying to survive for this most part. This is one of the more dangerous places to be, which is the edge of the EMP zone. Oh, nice tag damage coming from Sage as a one shot has been taken down with a couple of shots. The nade, we need to go for it. Nade landing through, took a lot of tag damage, but is in a 1v4 situation with Woody just on the outskirts. They're providing that little decent bit of cover. Meanwhile, Mika is going ham on the outside, gets a couple of knocks with the aimbot, trying to take down, that's 3 knocks there on the outskirts. We're just watching Sage, I think teabag nothing. We saw that Sage just peeking up and down. With the repositioning. Wants to try to make that movement, but that was too much of open ground to go for, and Sage is eliminated. Here's Woody. Woody left alive. Up against, well, pretty much everybody. Got 17 players in the mix. 7 teams available. EMP zone closing in. Aimbot is the one trying to get those plays onto our previous winners. Firing shots. There was a couple of self-revives making his play. Aimbot now takes out quad attack damage, but they've got them on lockdown here. He's just going to be waiting for his teammates. Aimbot with the repositioning. He needs his teammates to come across, but there's a little bit of a spread between him and everybody else. We're just watching Brutal Joe fighting that extra bit of cover. There's so much of smoke here coming through from team number 13. Zone X, they're using the vehicles. They get one person to reposition. Now the empty zone closes in here. It's Brutal Joe in the midst of the empty zone, turning around and spraying out quite a bit of shots. But we do see Zone X having that ability to reposition. Brutal Joe, he's like, I've also got to hightail it now. It's stage number 5. This just doesn't tickle, it hurts. But, so going to be a lot of danger right now. Mika, he had the opportunity. Mika gets knocked. And is Buddha Joe, who's trying to get himself out of the aim, but is in a lot of danger, has been knocked as well. Buddha Joe, he's trying to crawl his way up the mountain cover. Gets to a certain degree of safety. But oh my goodness, that was intense.
We have quite a few teams who have 1-1-1 players. I haven't been looking at the kill feed, but I'm pretty sure we have 2 or 3 teams who only have 1 players left. So this should be very interesting if it's going to be a 1v1 or a 3v1 in the end.
Yeah, I like to see those 1v1s in the end. They kind of get me off the edge of my seat. Which I think if anybody ever tunes, I kind of get excited, right? I do apologize for my level of excitement sometimes.
Someone misformed Table Mountain and stuck it in between this middle of this map.
Sometimes a Cape Town girl then. Coming out.
Wow. Nice. This guy only has like 80 shots left. He has 2 clips and 2.5 clips, bro.
But that was, what is it? TikTok? I forget the name. Which is team number 15, right? They are lovely positioning here. There's Slime. Good shots being fired, but now has to reposition. But they're trying to cover, but Slime has been knocked. Now it's a 2v1 situation. He does have the self-revive. Uses that opportunity too. But it's a lovely split from Team 13. It's a Zone X. The nades are coming through here. Self-revive just in time. Oh my goodness. Does he have the heals? Yes, he does.
Why is all of that sound? It sounds like a bombing is happening. What?
It is a bombing.
Yeah, this is weird.
It's
Iran.
What do they call it?
Iran.
Wow.
Or is that too dark
Well,
to
this is the Mexican map, you know. No Middle Eastern names, yeah.
Oh, nice.
But Slime? Slime. Oh no, crazy movement. Should have been slightly, you know, a bit. Yeah. But King T, it's a 1v1 now.
Yeah, no self-revive. No, and the EMP zone ends it. The match is done. And that's going to be Zone X again. I did not think they were going to actually win this again.
Yeah, ZNX is such a good team. But they only got 6 eliminations here because they couldn't find anyone.
Yeah. But you see, they also had a couple of knocks on their players a bit early on. I didn't actually think they were going to clutch this out, but 2 games in a row. We've got to keep our eye out on them. Headshot, but Juice in response. Dead is being hunted down here. But can he do anything about this? That's the question. He's in a bit of a difficult position. He does get spotted out. A bit of pre-fire coming out from Riz. Circling. Meanwhile, Maggie Moo's been knocked, which is not so good. And eliminated. Molotovs into the mix as Juice is trying to get that chaser. Shotgun is out there. They're trying to chase that. He's a sliver of health away. He gets a knock, but can he get anything done? Oh, the safe jump comes through. Riz, what a timing. That was so clutch. Should be able to take it there. And to the right.
agree. They did
Wow,
have a
that
bit of
was
a dip in kills in game 2, but I think game 1 will definitely make up for that. And maybe game 3 as well. We will see what's to come.
Ooh, Sage got knocked, as well as Sasuke, and no self-revives in here. This is that moment in time where you need at least one player like Woody. Let me ask the two of you, right? Would you be telling Woody to stay here, or is it time to hightail it to revive the rest of us?
Definitely revive.
Because it's like the same thing could happen like with Headshot Hustlers. The entire team got eliminated and ain't nothing you to do about it right now. It's going to be the nades coming through. Sasuke, I'm Sage taking out Sasuke, still alive. Woody is saying, right, I'm sorry, Sasuke, I gotta leave you. I gotta get us out here to revive the rest of us. Meanwhile, team number 12, EMP I'm Sage. Dopey now is gonna get scouted out with the jump. Oh my goodness. What a play coming through there. Beautiful control.
And that takes so much skill.
Thank you, Cranial. It's called a mortar.
Yeah, that's the one. I knew it started with an M.
Oh, nice tag here from Juice. As it's going to be our two-time winners up against team number 12. That's a lot of shots being fired. Could I have given them the commentator's curse? They managed to get another knock into the mix. One shot doing some damage here. LGBTQ plus. He's trying to hightail it. Manages to get to a little bit of safety. Juice now in trouble, trying to get to the top of the wall. Sliver of HP gets the time for the bandages. Smoke is coming out here, but Team 12, Team 13, who's gonna come out on top in this particular battle? This time round, it's not the mortar, it's the one we mentioned originally. It's the Molly being chucked here towards Whitey, who takes a lot of damage. He's on fire. He's trying to escape.
Not fire in the good kind. Hopefully, the LGBTQ can move around and provide some cover fire as well as. Or they only just managed to get the player that was not that.
Yeah. LGBT has been, I think, maybe the player of the tournament so far. Whitey now being scouted out. We'll get tagged. We'll get knocked. There's the elimination. Riz and Juice saying, yeah, we're going to combine and get that elimination. Now you're watching Team 13 a bit of water. However, they've got that slight high ground advantage, but Juice is not wasting time. Goes and throws all the way across at this particular moment in time. Zone takes out Joshua. Scorpion gets the knock and elimination to Fuji. Demkos has been eliminated from the equation as well. Sasuke. Oh, the nade coming through here. There's the play coming in from team number 6. They get one. Oh, they get two. Oh, Woody trying to put the cover up here. With those pickoffs from the top. The numbers not playing their part. We're down to 5 teams just like that. Quick fire eliminations. I don't know if my co-casters are here. But anyway, we're continuing with the action here. Team 20, they're in a little bit of danger. John Wick has spotted them out, but John Wick's gotta have to stay safe. He's in the solo position, wants to rein in that nade storm. And a Molly to follow up. But going for that rush play, while keeping an eye on that EMP zone as well. Avoiding the fire of the Molly. We're down to 4 teams remaining. Meanwhile, oh, team number 5, they're in a lot of hot water. That smoke coming in from Just King could be quite clutch. But if there's any of the utilities available, this is going to be deadly. Can I hear you guys again? Is it possible? I don't know. But I can't hear anything from my co-casters. Unfortunately, it seems that Discord decided to do its own thing. And we're heading into this final few stages. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just run us through the ending here as Kanye is trying to get that reposition. Meanwhile, there's a lot of action happening on the top here. There's water. There's opportunities to get the revive. There's team number 20 trying to survive there on that high ground. We're down to the final 2 teams. It's a 2v... Actually, no, yeah, the final 2v4 Scorpion gets knocked, went for that play, but gets taken out of the equation. Now we're in a 2v3 situation. As things stand, it's I'd say Team 16 with a positional advantage, but it all comes down to the use of these utilities. We're into stage 7. They're trying to make the rush play across. You may not have to have all the timing, the positioning. That was beautifully done. And with that concludes the 3rd game for the evening. So let me run through the scores very quickly, right, and see what happened with the sound here from Discord, which decided to do its own Discord thingies. So, just to run through the scores and positioning, we have Ice Kanye, Beast, and Viper with a winner with a chicken dinner, and 12 eliminations to boot in 1st position. We are then in 2nd position. We go to Guru Mustafa. Pubgm and OG just starting off. It looks like team number 2 Carnage Network are making their way across. Meanwhile, Namibia esports are going ham on the outskirts. They're taking a lot of teams out of the equation. Tinkle has been knocked, and I don't think there's a way for the team to get to them quite just yet. Meanwhile, Zilla gets a couple of knocks onto. Oh my goodness, Ulitun gets taken out here. This is an all-out brawl. As we're just gonna see, it's a double knock here. Both Toshira and Ethan have been knocked. Ichigo is trying to get probably close. Ulitun should be able to be revived once more, but he's gonna need his teammates to come through. A little bit of parkour action. Smoke being used here as team number 9. They're moving here on the hunt. It's going to be one. Already knocked. Can they get this elimination through? Oh my goodness! That's a movement straight into the building. That should be a double knock. Look at the play coming through from team number 9. This was aggressive. And Neros in there. They're in a 2v4 situation. With HH, they've got the vehicles to make that play across. Though Dream takes a shot back from Shah. Says, yeah, if you can do it, I can do it better. Yeah, now they're going to go for the rush play. They know they have the opportunity to do so. Sonic is trying to make that movement across just to give a little bit of protection for their teammates. But it's a 2v1 situation. There's a drive-by. They're going in for Sonic. That's all 3. It's only going to be 1 left alive. Can they get this finished off? It's who's on the high ground? It's Raw, but he is like straight on 1 before they knew he was there. Maybe from the left, maybe from the right. But so far so good in terms of their positioning.
If we look at the small map, it looks like one of them are actually shooting across the river there. So we might still see a third party, but it looks like HH is either falling back or they're trying to go to zone. Oh, that's a little bit brutal.
Nice cluster of fire in here. They've got that EMP zone advantage at this moment in time. Now Boyka goes for the reposition. Knows that there's a potential for a wraparound play. Meanwhile, Team Namibia on the outskirts, they're also in a bit of action here. It's just so hard to decide who's going to go in for what. It looks like Boyka, I thought he was going to go in for the rush play there towards Jaga, but he goes just to reposition himself. And so far, Team 6, they've got things... I think it's pretty much under control. Will we see this rush play coming in? He's just using that car just to reposition, playing on the very edge of the EMP zone. Goes in there from the... Oh my goodness, that was well played by Team 6. And now it's going to be Team 6 up against, I think, Namibia. And both teams with their vehicles just going for that wraparound play here. It's a 3v4 situation, so numbers advantage is in the favor of... Oh, Joker with the vehicle into the water. He's going to have to try to get out from here. Use that just to try to get across, knowing that this is going to be very difficult here to range across. The position picked up very early by the side of Team 6 was is giving them all the advantage they need.
Definitely. And again, we come back to this river where Nam is now kind of pulling on the wrong end of this stick, because I mean they had to move through water. They can't really go over the bridge. It's already closed. So basically they just have to swim, and Team 6, they have height advantage. So the fact that they made it over is just very well done. And I think, kudos to the person that's calling the shots, because I mean, a lot of teams would have died in this particular situation.
Oh, they spot out Trace there, yeah, and this is a knock in the EMP zone in a stage 7, so not even interested in him. They go for a turnaround here. They spot out where Boyka is, as the same time as 433 iOS has been knocked as well, as Express and Melton making their movements across. They're dancing just on the edge of the EMP zone. Boyka, there's going to be a molly just being used to force Boyka out, but the strafing from Express, just Express knock. There's gonna be another knock. It's going to actually, that's the elimination. Make that
that's not 3v. What's 3v1?
3v1. The hunt is on. I don't know how Joy is gonna survive this.
Oof.
Milton with a chase in here. There's a self-revive on somebody, but it's gonna be Milton with the finish. Throws out a couple more shots in. We were saying this before the start of the stream, right? Team Namibia were one of the favorites to clutch this all off.
Yeah, definitely. And they showed themselves. They really showed us why they are one of the favorites.
Yeah. I mean, a high number of kills and the positioning as well. So Namibia Esports, Melton, SRG, Joker, and Express with a mammoth, what is that, 12 eliminations into the
You have heard it. Do you have what it takes? I challenge you. The Blacklist, coming to your screens.
have sensed the opportunity to go in for a bit of a rush play. All 4 members from the side of Team 89 in the mix, as we're just taking a look. Lots of fire going out here. Nicely done by Mika. She gets the tag, has the knockdown and the elimination. She is quite low, but with the spread coming through from the rest of her squad, smoke has been thrown out. Trying to throw a little bit of extra cover. Could be a potential third party in the background with team number 6. They're not far away. They would have heard the shot. If Miko, that's not Mika, but she healed up. Lovely strafing and well, led the charge, Mika, and this is an opportunity for you to get some shots in. As you can see, there's a lot of spray coming out. Gets a big bit of tag damage into the mix here, but can they get anything finished out? It's I think 21 and dead as well, and making the rush towards the compound. Have they spotted it out? Godzilla looks like he's finished. Almost dead there. Just took a bit of tag damage, but you can't go in too much or too heavy, as his guns are blazing inside the building. That's going to be another knock. Smoke being thrown out there for cover, but everybody is being hunted down. It's only one shot left at this moment in time. Oh my goodness, look at that.
That was very, very strategic. Oh, my soul.
That was
They
good.
did so well there.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they don't like that well maps, but they definitely help for this. Being able to rush a compound, to keep a compound.
That way, you'll always have a plan to escape if you need to, instead of getting boxed in. Because you'll notice you're gonna get boxed in from far. What a need! What?
What a need! It's like LeBron is back in the house.
Yeah, we just saw that thing pop out of nowhere. And another one. Oh, some smokes for his teammates.
Yeah, King T.
Very strategic smokes there.
Yeah. Elroy was trying to make that wraparound here. King T, oh, he used that smoke excellently. Got to a bit of safety behind the truck. But there's Team 17, Zeus Sovereign. They're coming in for some third party as well. Though they could have, it's Team 13 who ended up with a bit of a clash there in the background. I can see that on the mini screen, but we're going to see what's going on here as these two teams are heading in towards each other. With Team 17 trying to achieve the high ground play through the smoke cover. Team number 5, which is Sierra Esports, they're making this rush through. Can they get this done? There's not that much cover. The smoke is there to provide that to a certain degree. And look at the play from Elroy. He spots out. He gets a knock. It's Fury. King T being taken down. Fury is in the mix. Slime tries to come in for some cover up. He gets caught out. It's only Kickass. He's in a 1v4 situation. The nades are raiding it. Kickass, can he kick some ass? He's trying to do something, but the hunt was on. Sierra Esports eliminates TikTok Titans.
Either have to wait it out so that Zonex and Fear can fight it out, or he's gonna have to make the first move, which on his part might just mean the end of his team.
Yeah. I agree with you. I'd be sitting there and trying to say that once they engage, that's the only time I want to go into this mix here.
Yeah, the third party it all the way.
Yeah, Protein taking a lot of damage as Elroy is just there to provide the certain amount of cover, but there's no way he's going to be able to get close in. He's just waiting to be able to peek around the corner. I think we should see Protein being taken out, but he does know where Whitey is. The EMP zone will force Whitey closer towards where Elroy is. He's trying to stay safe for the most part, but he's taking a lot of tag damage. But oh, look at the control from Elroy as he gets it. Oh, but the nade! What a nade! What a nade to finish it off. Persecutors with the chicken dinner. So we have LGBTQ plus crazy YZ from YT a huge distance away, considering the plane decided to fly over the smallest region of the map. It's like it could have chosen any direction. It was like, yeah, we're heading east.
Yeah. Well, I was half and half. You know, I mean, they're gonna meet halfway there.
It is quite a distance, right? Because Montenegro is on the way. We do get quite a few people who like to go for this. But let me ask you guys this question, right? Would you want to go for your traditional hot drops, right? That you usually go for in rank? Or would you be thinking of, second guessing a little bit and try for somewhere a little less common, but with still decent loot?
I would go for the second option. I know that kills are very great here. But you can always find more plays later on.
Yeah, you don't really want
I
to get
definitely
into.
agree.
Yeah, you don't really want to get into action too early, especially with
Mm-mm.
nothing on your side.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the
it's
thing with
it's an
this,
RNG game afterwards.
yeah, and the thing with this map is the loot is not always very great, and you really, really have to be good at sniping to be able to really, really get this map under. Yeah, they're really doing the most.
Agreed. But let's take a look at Inspector. So Inspector is in his dune buggy. I agree with you. This map is not the most funnest, like, personally. But there are people. It is like how we say different strokes for different folks. As Inspector tries to get a bit of tank damage here on team number 5. Oh, they managed to get Just King out of the vehicle. Protein has to reposition. Do they have the smoke cover in here? As Inspector saying, time to reload, trying to play on some more fire into the mix here. Between him and Iron, who they seem to have gotten team number 5, who finished off quite high in terms of position, but now they're in a lot of danger. Iron did get knocked, but it's Sahil who is close by, who has been eliminated, and so DC'd in the meantime. Sahil on the high ground, providing out that bit of scouting. Teo has been knocked. Just King as well. But he's doing a lot of damage in the last game. There's a couple of nades coming through the way of Sahil. Protein is trying to hunt him up on the top of the mountain. I am still the only one that's been in danger. Sahil with the strafing around the rock. He's got the Molotov. He's waiting for it to land. Wants to reposition behind the tree, but could that have been dangerous? Inspector took a lot of damage from that. Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here as we present Carnage Network Waylander Gaming, teaming up to bring you Ground Zero. It is day number 3 for Lobby A. Irangle we go. I'm sure everybody's used to the system by now. Irangle, Miramar, Rondo. Irangle it is, as we just take a look at the map. Oof. Look at this. The plane decided to go in this particular direction. This is interesting. Quite a lot of drops for very early on. Are they going to be heading off towards Malta? Maybe Lipovka? Possibly the prison, but it looks like everybody's going to be going across to Malta. A couple of teams maybe making their way across to the military base as well. Pushinki is also along the way. Malta is quite a big place. I think a couple of the teams are like, wait a minute here, it's too many people here heading off to Malta. We're going to have 2 teams that are going to be competing for resources along Malta, most definitely. We're just going to switch across maybe there. Our military base is quite huge. We'll focus on that as well in a little bit. But let's take a look at Malta. And it's ZNX, Zone X in the mix here with our Gen Z's, our ZZ squad coming through. And again, there is a bit of a distance between the two as we just get maybe a sort of a more aerial view, and we just want to see the gap between them. They're separated by a reasonable amount of distance, right? Both these teams did fairly well in week number 2, but this early on to be getting yourself into a skirmish, it's Zone X with the high ground here as Vegeta is making his way, as we can see, just across. It's Whitey with Crazy close by, but they're in a duo. If the side of team number 8 actually realize that team 10 is sitting here as a duo, you could definitely see some aggressive rush plays coming through. I think they notice that something is happening, that there is some sort of movement. I mean, they are using the smoke cover to try to get across. Trying to guess the building as shots are coming out here. As the movement is being made across here, Whitey is in a bit of danger. Now in a 1v3 situation. That's spot out Vegeta. Oh, beautiful tag damage. He's been using the cover here behind this fence. But there's a nade. The nade taking out half HP. Doesn't have time to just heal back up, but he's holding his own here, as it's going to be his teammates coming across. Smoke cover being thrown in here. There's like no real vision. The nades being used just to try to force everybody out, and this now has gone from the Whitey being the mouse to being the cat in this particular matchup. Phantom being a ghost in the midst of that smoke as the teams are coming through here. This is going to be that early skirmish we were talking about as Whitey waiting very, very patiently. Phantom on the outskirts managed to get out of the building to put a safety, but oh, no safety here. LGBTQ plus with the dangerous drive by, or drive through, shall I say. But there was no chicken nuggets in that one. That was just all danger. Meanwhile, they're into the building. They managed to pick up another elimination. They're heading out. Vegeta is in a lot of danger. He's going to get spotted out. There's a knock coming through to Vegeta. It's only going to be Cracked, the only player left alive. And he was going to be hightailing it. Can he hightail it out from here? He's now in a 1v4 situation. Zone X, beautiful plays from them with LGB picking up all 3 eliminations. They're on the hunt here for Cracked. Just wanting to see where he is. And Cracked now, he's going to have to be very careful as he makes his movement across. I think they spot him or heard some sounds. They're just still scouting around here. I don't think they realize that he is just outside the compound. It's just outside the building. Yeah. Crack just losing up, being very patient. There has been eliminations elsewhere, right? But I think Crack might be safe at this moment in time. As we go to see further skirmishes, it's TU All-Stars, and they're up against UAE. Already the skirmishes happened, both teams deciding to go for the military base. Huge open space here. We did watch some of the members from UAE last night in yesterday's streams with Bo in the front line. As per usual, Bo is always usually in the front line for TU All-Stars. Did providing the cover, but has to be careful because he's being flanked by Sahil. They know where 3 of them are. I don't think they realize that Sahil's got the flank going. And Sahil not giving his position away just yet. They managed to get the revive. Bo with the spot out from range. Shelby with the wraparound. And did as we saw where he was. T21 also going for a wraparound. Beautiful strategy coming out from the side of TU All-Stars. Utilizing this huge open space to their advantage. Closing distances and making their way across. So just switch across to a wider view. UAE also with the split in terms of their players. They don't want to be bunched up too close together, knowing the way All-Stars do play. Hi Layla, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. As we're just focusing on these 2 teams. Meanwhile, looks like there's action elsewhere. It's going to be PSC already in the mix. They've got a kill shot in their sights, and they're going for that kill shot. Mr. Bombastic and Rolex, as we've seen, were quite deadly the previous evening. But PST, as we know, are one of the top tier squads in the scene. They've got themselves set. They've already got a knock, and they've got 2 players from the side of Killshot quite low. Now the rush play up the staircase. Mr. Bombastic not feeling so fantastic. He's going to be eliminated, as the same with Rolex as well. And so that's a quick team wipe here from the side of PST. Meanwhile, potential third party. Let's just check the disc. Okay, no, not potential third party. Let's just head back here towards the military base. As Dead taking a lot of damage here. Is got some cover just to be able to pop out some energy drinks and heal back up once more. As his teammates using the wall for cover here, Shelby. Ooh, but gets knocked from range. This is a real battle between these 2 squads. Well, I wonder who's going to be able to come out on top. T21 is just trying to get to as safe a position as possible. He's going to need his teammates to come in for the revive. But with the split that they have right now, it is going to be a little bit difficult. It's Bo, the one taking the risk and crossing through somewhat open territory. I mean, once you get towards these crates here, then you know you're going to be fairly okay. Meanwhile, there's battles going on elsewhere as we just switch across the map. And it's going to be EMP in the mix. They've already picked up an elimination beast quite low, but they're in a firefight from range. Meanwhile, Carnage, they managed to get a knock onto PST as well. This battle continuing here as Lords is in the mix as well. His teammates are in a lot of danger. Ravage has been taken down. Colonel is quite low. They're trapped between the car here and the wall as team number 12. They've got the split on them. They've got the drum. Oh my goodness. Colonel with the play. What a play coming through. But it's going to be King T. And making his way across, beautiful strafing through the smoke, and that's going to be Colonel taken out of the equation. Ravage as well. It's only going to be Super and Lords. They are going to make that play across. King T was knocked in the midst, as Fury is another one as well. Now it's just going to be a 1v1 for the most part, as Lords just unloading through the smoke. Is he going to be waiting for his teammate, or is he going to be going for a drive-through here? He's trying to get something done. Bo, meanwhile, manages to get the elimination onto Umi, and that was at the military base, but Lords is in a lot of danger. He's taking too much damage here, but he doesn't know where the shots are coming through. It's Super making his way across. It's going to be now a 2. Oh, but Lords with the strafe jump. Timed it. Gets the knock. That's a full team wipe. Meanwhile, TU All-Stars picking up those 4 eliminations there at the military base. They will be having to make their way across the... we're not stopping with the action. It's Bot Hunters up against 7mm. And just outside the hospital, or in the region of the hospital. So far, no eliminations. This is I do like these battles between the buildings. A hospital provides that for you in spades, because you really got to know how to do some bit of parkour action here as you're going to be making your movement floor to floor. Meanwhile, 7mm, he's on the high ground and he's just waiting for anybody to show their face across those any of the windows. And so he's providing that cover for his team, as Bot Hunters now could be potentially trapped up. Scorpion is providing vision on the other end. So the entire Bot Hunters, they have to be careful, because there is only 3 floors in this building. So it's a question of how you're going to be using, or what utilities are going to be used against you. Meanwhile, EMP once more in the midst of a fight, but oh my goodness, it's going to be Scorpion, who's should get the finish here off onto Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero, as we've seen, has done some excellent plays in last week, right? For his team, sticking around for quite a long time. Once more, it's in the front line. Oh my goodness, gets the flush here onto Scarlet. But is quite low. We'll need the teammates to come through to do the finish off, as it's Scorpion onto the high ground here. Shots coming out from the window, as they do manage to take down Megimu. So it's only one player left. It's Mr. Wick in the building, who's trying to escape through the window, but Scorpion doesn't want to let him go. Oh my goodness, beautiful turn. Almost managed to getting into the car, but 7mm with the elimination. Meanwhile, EMP take out another team in just outside Pushinki there. And so we're already down. Look at this. This is insane. We're down to the final 9 teams. Stage 1 has only ended legitimately a second ago. My word. That was really quick action at this early stage in the game. We're heading into stage 2 right now. EMP zone, forcing everybody. So I'm just taking a look at potential areas of where teams could clash. So far, nobody just patrolling the edge of the safe zone. So I think most teams who are outside, which is very few teams who are really outside that EMP zone, outside the safe zone, are going to have to make that play across into it. So most teams are safe for the most part, but as things carry on, we're watching just a PST could be heading straight off towards GUF Academy here in the ruins, or just outside of ruins, with Zonex also patrolling a similar area. But, I mean, there is still huge distances between the two. Or between the three, rather. GUF Academy with already 4 eliminations. They have lost a player, though. With the Buzzer Joe being the one to provide the vision in the vehicle. Just driving around here just to make sure that they have as much intel as possible. So potential pickoffs can happen, as we would expect the skirmishes to begin once again, once the zone settles in and teams start to make their rotations more towards a centralized location. But Cracked, he's just somehow managed to survive through all of this, right? Lost 3 of his teammates very early on. Is in the vehicle, did manage to escape as we expected, and just drove straight in between 2 teams, sticking to the very edge of the safe zone, which we would expect, right? Honestly, we would expect him to stay like this. He's going to be playing more for positions than anything else. But did LG might have heard him go past. Woof. Look at that vehicle. That was like launched through the air. My word. LG, I think that they would have heard him move past and deciding, but meanwhile, EMP, they've been fighting a lot of battles very, very early on. Now they're up against TU All-Stars. 2 of their players quite low. As Bo into the front line here is going to take a ton of damage from, I think it's Kanye who's waiting, or is it Viper? They do manage to get the knock on to Bo. And now it's going to be the rest of TU coming through. They get a knock on to 2. EMP in the mix as they have the potential to eliminate one of the leaders here in Lobby B. Bo with the self-revive, but T21, he's going to be caught out here. Oh, but Bo dancing around as finally they managed to get the knock and the flush. And that's going to be Bo taken out. And with that, the entire of TU eliminated. EMP, even though as a 3-man, Kanye, Viper, and Beast already with 9 eliminations, they will be able to heal up and just enter the safe zone, but they have to be patient because they do need to get a little bit more resources. Oh, has Cracked been finally caught out here? He's trying to rein in a little bit of a nade storm. He's got the high ground advantage, but the side of LJ are planning on closing the distance. They're using cover from one end of the building to the next. Lovely nade into the second floor. So they nade hoping that he's going to try to peek out the back of the building once more. Another nade coming through, but Cracked is so far avoiding all the damage. They're trying to time his movements, but I don't want to go into for a battle on the staircase just yet, especially with that much smoke being in the mix. So they know guaranteed he's on the second floor now. The nades are starting to work. We see some mollies coming through. We're going to see Vico making the play through the mist. Meanwhile, Zone X and 7mm are in a clash elsewhere as we're just watching this hunt going on. Vico taking his opportunity, gets through the smoke, but oh my goodness, it's going to be the knock coming through as Zemkus trying to return fire. Does not manage to get the knock just yet. Somehow Cracked is cracked. As he's just taking on a 3v1 situation here, and somehow he's not just doing well, but he's got them on the ropes, making his movement across towards the window, but the same he's gonna get spotted out. The patience game played off in the end, as we switch across here to Zone X up against 7mm. Stage 2, we're down to the final 7 teams. Could be 6 after this engagement. Let's see what happens. 7mm using those vehicles to try to get out of dodge as Zone X LGB is just firing on Arsenal, using his full arsenal here to try to get the tag out. There's just way too much open space. We got Crazy on the other end. There they get Arsenal knocked. Well, we see the flush coming through. Yes, we do. And that's going to be yet another kill picked up by Zone X. They're trying to control the bridge a little bit here. Pucha, however, from range as LGB using the strafe jumps, but taking a lot of damage. The smoke was in there, the vehicle around, but oh my goodness, there's the knock. Not even the smoke can save him from Pucha on that high ground. I mean, he's got his crosshair on him. He's like, if I was only, I could have got you from there. But I'm gonna have to try to stay safe between this vehicle, and hopefully, if I maybe play the part of bait, as it's going to be. There's the flash coming through, shotgun blasts. Meanwhile, YZ FR7 with the vehicle, but oh my goodness, he's down for the count as Whitey tried to go for the drive-by. He jumps out of the vehicle, and it's going to be 7mm on fire as they pick up 2. Only Crazy left alive, but can he revenge his teammates? I don't know. He's being circled here, literally, quite literally, by 7mm Scorpion. Driving here, some Fast and the Furious drifting across the valleys as Crazy's just trying to get as much tag damage as possible, but now they know where he is. Can he defend this compound? It's going to be difficult. But Slayer with the player cross. He took a face full of bullets, but Crazy tries to get him there with a beautiful jump coming through. The safe jump comes in there. He manages to get the knock. Can he get the flash? Yes, he does. Crazy is really crazy with these plays. Quick fingers, nice decision making. He's got the utilities out. He's holding, waiting for that potential rush play. Decides to cancel it as he knows that now he's in a 3v1 situation. Wants to pick up a couple more eliminations because he knows this is it. This is do or die. This is the last stand. It's 1 man versus 3 in this situation. The nade storm we expect to start raining into the inside of this building. He's going to have to prone through the window. He doesn't want them to know that he is on the 2nd floor. Potentially make the way up to the roof. That's the question. Is he going to be making that move, but decides to go out to the balcony here on the outside as 7mm are just trying to close this gap in here. They want to bring the firefight straight into the face of Crazy, but very, very difficult. Oh, he's taking a bit of tag damage. Scorpion has spotted him out, and that Scorpion from range waited for long enough, managed to pick up that full team wipe. So that's Zone X taken out. Meanwhile, PST, they're in a battle here. Once again, no rest for the wicked. They're up against GUF Academy, who have had a storming start. However, Buta Joe has been knocked. Super wants to make that movement across. There's cover being provided by Mika72, but it's going to be Super who gets the spot out, and the flush here. Are they going to be able to win this? It was a 2v4 situation. With Ravage and Colonel being taken out a little bit earlier. Lords is in the front line, fighting through the smoke. Does spot out where Mika is. But can they get around the building? EMP have heard the shots being fired as Super has been knocked as well. So this is going to be a bit dangerous as Lords is in a more or less solo position. Oh, but Super has that self-revive to get back and ready into the mix. Yeah, does spot out where Mika is, but Mika just the peeks through the window. Lords has to. He's gone for the shotgun, so it means he's going to try to make that way across through the window. Does spot out. Oh, beautiful shotgun blast. But he's going to be making his way across there. There has been a Molotov on one end of the building. Could this be the nade to finish it off? It is. Lovely timing. Using the wall for a bounce there as PST's Lords picks up another kill. His teammate is going to be quite close by, but we're going to be waiting for EMP, who heard those shots. Are they going to be heading outside Ruin to the potential clash here? I mean, we are down to how many teams that we have left? 5, and it's only stage 4. This has been a brutal run in Erangel. My goodness, it's anybody's game at this particular moment in time. There were teams picking up quite a few kills, but with that being said, oh, 7 oh, EMP was that from range, takes out Super. So now it's Lord solo, could be heading straight into the arms of Beast, who has a high ground here. He does spot out where Beast is. Beast with the shots, as he has to get to a little bit of safety, doesn't want to be knocked down rather, or driven over. Will he go? He's going for the low ground wraparound play. Doesn't want to go into a straight 1v1 situation. He's waiting for his teammates. I mean, numbers are the name of the game. If you got the number advantage, use it. I mean, it is an advantage overall, because the more players you have alive. Meanwhile, we are watching 7mm take down another player here, as we're just going to be switching across to the action. It's our It's Ganja who has been knocked. It's a Beast from the outside. Manages to get the elimination, the flush here on Chibusha. As that's going to be team number 7 with the victory here. Now finally, we take a look at EMP who are trying to surround Lords. But so far, it's still a sort of 1v1-ish situation. Okay, now Viper has made his way across as they're circling in, trying to get this positional play. It's a 2-1 split. But Lords, he's as protected as he possibly can for now. We can see that team number 15, LJ, are making their movement across. We're down to the final 4 teams. Are we going to see MP be a little bit more aggressive? They know it's a solo player. They want to get the pickups, but without too much of danger. I think they would have spotted LJ across the riverbank there. Meanwhile, Lords is staying ultra safe behind this ruin in ruins. As you can see, just holding one position, doesn't want to move, knows that the only way for them to get close to him is if they make that movement across the ridge. And I'm assuming definitely has a shotgun out there. The EMP showing a lot of respect here for Lords, just not wanting to go for anything too dangerous. Not especially with LJ. Just across the river, they rather engage them at a distance. Meanwhile, oh, LJ is in a battle here. Also across the river, they seem to be in a hotspot situation right now. They did manage to get a couple of knocks, or at least one onto Beast. Can they get the finisher? The play zone is close by here. I mean, blowing up the vehicle might be the best way to go, as Wanga gets the knock onto Vico. Demkus taking out Beast. T with a lot of tag damage in there. Demkus is in the front line. Crawling his way across, knows that they have the EMP zone as an advantage at this moment in time. It's going to close in and force them, force both Wanga and Ganja to make their movements across. But Demkus making a dramatic play here towards them. This is a lot of open space to be running across. He's strafing and proning just to try to distract. I don't think he knows the exact. I think he would have seen where Ganja is. Just a little bit of a pixel of movement. He has spotted it out. Is he going to go for the finisher through the grass? Yes, he does manage to get the knock. But no flush just yet, as his teammates are going for the wraparound. They know they're in. They have a 3v1 situation. Oh, no, it's a 2v1 situation. So they should be able to get this sorted out. But Wanga is quite safe. This should be the flush here, as it's going to be one more player just left alive. However, Wanga is in a bit of danger, and that's going to be taken down team number 8. And finally, we are to the final 3 teams. But EMP is still trying to get their way to where Lords is. He's just in such a place that it seems near impossible to get him. Personally, I'd just be waiting for the EMP zone to try to do what the EMP zone is going to do, instead of stick it in here. Unless they don't realize that Lords is where he is. I mean, they should, because they saw where he was. Kanye with a shot from range. Can he get this done? They get the knock onto Demkus, who, I mean, with the EMP zone, that should be that. And that's going to be the play zone. Getting the knock onto Demkus is, but I mean, there's no way his teammate can get even close to try to getting the revive. The smoke is in there, but Kanye from range manages to secure that kill. And so now EMP in a pole position to take this, because it's a 3v1v1. So opportunity to seal the deal. First chicken dinner and a healthy 11 eliminations. If they can get 2 more, that would be it'll be 13, and well, that would be a nice jump in points. Oh, they do spot out Lords. Finally, now the chase is on. It is a 2v1 situation. Lords is going to be wrapped up here by Kanye, who went in with a strafe jump. And now it's a 3v1 situation. Beast is quite low, but they've got the positional advantage in terms of where the EMP is. Oh, it's Viper who takes out the final member. And that's EMP. With that, 13 eliminations and the winner. Winning the first lobby here. We have LJ in finishing off in second. Are we 2 trios? What about that, huh? 2 trios in the mix with the first and second positions. So we have LJ with 5 eliminations in second position. PST picking up 10 eliminations in third. We have in fourth position team number 8 with 3 eliminations, 7mm with 8 eliminations in 5th, GUF Academy with 4 eliminations, 6th, Zone X with 5 eliminations, 7th, ZZ with no eliminations in 8th, TU All-Stars 4 elimination in 9th position, Bot Hunters no elimination, 10th, IG no eliminations, 11th, UAE no eliminations, 12th, 13th position went to Carnage with 2 eliminations, KS no eliminations 14th, and Adult World 1 elimination in 15th position. We're just going to head into the stars of the match. Going all out went to Beast with 5 eliminations. Best Companion went to Beast with 3 assists and 3 rescues, and the finisher, as we saw, was a Viper. It was very close to being Beast as well. It would have been a trifecta for Beast. But the finisher going to Viper with 4 eliminations and 3 assists. With that being said, we're going to have our pause screen up and running as we're going to get the second lobby Mermot ready and set for you. So well played to EMP as they take the stars of the match in clean sweep fashion, and the chicken dinner as well. But we'll be back with you in just a moment. Have sensed the opportunity to go in for a bit of a rush play. All 4 members from the side of Team 89 in the mix, as we're just taking a look. Lots of fire going out here. Nicely done by Mika. She gets the tag, has the knockdown and the elimination. She is quite low, but with the spread coming through from the rest of her squad, Smoke has been thrown up. Trying to throw in a little bit of extra cover. Could be a potential third party in the background with team number 6. They're not far away. They would have heard the shot. It's Miko. That's her Mika, but she healed up. Lovely strafing, and well, led the charge, Mika, and this is an opportunity for you to get some shots in. As you can see, there's a lot of spray coming out. Gets a big bit of tag damage into the mix here, but can they get anything finished out? It's I think 21 and dead as well, and making the rush towards the compound. Have they spotted it out? Godzilla is almost dead there. Just took a bit of tag damage, but you can't go in too much or too heavy, as his guns are blazing inside the building. That's going to be another knock. Smoke being thrown out there for cover, but everybody is being hunted down. It's only 1 shot left at this moment in time. Oh my goodness, look at that.
That was very, very strategic. Oh my soul.
That was
They
good.
did so well there.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they don't like that now maps, but they definitely help for this. Being able to rush a compound, to keep a compound.
That way, you'll always have a plan to escape if you need to, instead of getting boxed in. Because you'll notice you're gonna get boxed in from far. What a need! What
a need! It's like LeBron is back in the house.
Yeah, we just saw that thing pop out of nowhere.
My
And another one. Oh, some smokes for his teammates.
Yeah, King T.
Very strategic smokes there.
Yeah. It's Elroy who's trying to make that wrap around here. King T, oh, he used that smoke. Excellent. excellently. Got to a bit of safety behind the truck. But there's Team 17, Zeus Sovereign. They're coming in for some third party as well. Though they could have, it's Team 13 who ended up with a bit of a clash there in the background. I can see that on the mini screen, but we're going to see what's going on here as these two teams are heading in towards each other. With Team 17 trying to achieve the high ground play. Through the smoke cover, team number 5, which is Sierra Esports, they're making this rush through. Can they get this done? There's not that much cover. The smoke is there to provide that to a certain degree. And look at the play from Elroy. He spots out. He gets a knock. It's King T being taken out. Fury is in the mix. Slime tries to come in for some cover up. He gets caught out. It's only Kick-Ass. He's in a 1v4 situation. The nades are raiding it. Kick-Ass, can he kick some ass? He's trying to do something, but the hunt was on. Sierra Esports eliminates TikTok Titans.
Either have to wait it out so that Zonex and Fear can fight it out, or he's gonna have to make the first move, which on his part might just mean the end of his team.
Yeah. I agree with you. I'd be sitting there and trying to say that once they engage, the only time I want to go into this mix here.
Yeah, the third party it all the way.
Protein taking a lot of damage as Elroy is just there to provide the certain amount of cover, but there's no way he's going to be able to get close in. He's just waiting to be able to peek around the corner. I think we should see Protein being taken out, but he does know where Whitey is. The EMP zone will force Whitey closer towards where Elroy is. Trying to stay safe for the most part, but he's taking a lot of tag damage. But oh, look at the control from Elroy as he gets it done. Oh, but the nade! What a nade! What a nade to finish it off. Persecutors with the chicken dinner. So we have LGBTQ plus crazy YZ from YT. A huge distance away, considering the plane decided to fly over the smallest region of the map. It's like it could have chosen any direction. It was like, yeah, we're heading east.
Yeah. Well, I was half and half. You know, I mean, they're gonna meet halfway there.
It is quite a distance, right? Because Montenegro is on the way. We do get quite a few people who like to go for this. But let me ask you guys this question, right? Would you want to go for your traditional hot drops, right? That you usually go for in rank? Or would you be thinking of, second guessing a little bit and try for somewhere a little less common, but with still decent loot?
I would go for the second option. I know that kills are very great here. But you can always find more plays later on.
Yeah, you don't really want to get into... I
definitely agree.
Yeah, you don't really want to get into action too early. Especially with nothing on your side.
Yeah, it's an RNG game afterwards.
Yeah, and the thing with this map is the loot is not always very great. And you really have to be good at sniping to be able to really get this map under... Yeah, they're really doing the most.
Agreed. But let's take a look at Inspector. So Inspector is in his dune buggy. I agree with you. This map is not the most funnest, like, personally. But there are people. It is like how we say, different strokes for different folks. As Inspector tries to get a bit of tank damage here on team number 5. Oh, they managed to get just King out of the vehicle. Protein has to reposition. Do they have the smoke cover in here? As Inspector saying, time to reload, trying to play some more fire into the mix. Between him and Iron, who they seem to have gotten team number 5, who finished off quite high in terms of position, but now they're in a lot of danger. Iron did get knocked, but it's Sahil who is close by, who has been eliminated, and so DC's in the meantime. Sahil on the high ground, providing out that bit of scouting. Teo has been knocked, Just King as well. But he's doing a lot of damage in the last game. There's a couple of nades coming through the way of Sahil. Protein is trying to hunt him up on the top of the mountain. Iron is still the only one that's in danger. Sahil with the strafing around the rock. He's got the Molotov. He's waiting for it to land. Wants to reposition behind the tree, but could that have been dangerous? Inspector took a lot of damage from that. He throws out a bit of smoke to provide the cover. This is a 1v1 battle for note. And it's Sahil who gets the win.
That was crazy movement. Well done.
Yeah, the strafing on point from Sahil as Inspector gets that one more, or actually the quick double elimination and then.
Yeah, definitely. And I really think that we don't, as South Africans, we don't get enough recognition until we reach like the top tier where we're fighting against other countries. So I definitely agree with that.
T21X has I am Sage in the scope. Oh, the nade coming through there. Down oh, it's on fire. I'm Sage gets the opportunity to heal back up. Used it for cover, but it needs the teammates to make that play across. The nade's raining in onto T21X. He's alone here. He's in a 1v4 situation. The smoke cover from Sage, but do they know that T21X is alone? I don't think so. He's providing enough cover for a fire cover for an entire team. So it's team number 14, Adult World, who are deciding to be a bit safe because they don't know whether they could be heading into a trap right now. In the right choice here, just trying to hightail it. Sasuke is the one waiting patiently. He's gonna throw a little bit of fire. Can he get that? He gets a knock onto Dead. Now it's a patience game. He's gonna have to wait for that moment time when his teammates can make the wraparound play. Dead is being locked down. Bo has to hightail it because I think it's just Bo and Dead left alive. Yes, it is.
We have one more there in the back, way back, moving in from the right-hand side.
I wonder why there was such a huge split between them. But Bo, he's trying to get enough cover for Dead, but I don't know. It's too difficult for him to try to get that revive. So much open space here.
Definitely looks like they're going for that confirm. We do have Shelby moving in as well. Not in time. Oh, well done, well done.
What a knock from Bo. How did he even see that through the smoke? Oh, he gets knocked into the turn as Woody is making his way across. Shelby trying to find a bit of cover. Team number 6, which is our Infinity Gang, they're making their way across. And they said it's time between the two teams. Third parting is real. As we're watching Team 6, they're just real and dead. Where Woody is, who has decided not to say anything. Oh, looks like we're in for that GTA style play as Silverbot in the vehicle. The dropout here, dangerous. Gets the knock onto Sasuke. Can they get the rush played through? Sage is on the other side of the mountain. Makes me sing that song, Coming Around the Mountain. But I don't think it's when she comes. Because the way they've got Sasuke in position here, Electric, it's looking deadly.
Yeah, I think definitely that teammate definitely went on to greener pastures, if we can put it like that. Just trying to get the team some placement points.
Sahil has been spotted out here, but a tag damage coming through from aimbot. We did watch some damage there in the early part of the game. Tag damage here. The guy is taking a lot. Sahil just empties an entire clip into the distance. Now has to hightail it as shots are coming from every day. Sage and Woody just trying to survive for the most part. This is one of the more dangerous places to be, which is the edge of the EMP zone. Oh, nice tag damage coming from Sage as a one shot has been taken down with a couple of shots. The nade. We need to go for it. Landing through took a lot of tag damage, but is it a 1v4 situation with Woody just on the outskirts? They're providing that little decent bit of cover. Meanwhile, Mika is going ham on the outside, gets a couple of knocks with the aimbot, trying to take down. Oh, that's 3 knocks there on the outskirts. We're just watching Sage. I think teabag nothing. We saw that Sage just peeking up and down. The repositioning, wants to try to make that movement, but that was too much of open ground to go for, and Sage is eliminated. Here's Woody left alive, up against, well, pretty much everybody. Got 17 players in the mix, 7 teams available. EMP zone closing in. Aimbot is the one trying to get those plays onto our previous winners. Firing shots. There was a couple of self-fires making his play. Aimbot now takes a attack damage, but they've got them on lockdown here. He's just going to be waiting for his teammates. Aimbot with the repositioning. He needs his teammates to come across, but there's a little bit of a spread between him and everybody else. We're just watching Brutal Joe fighting that extra bit of cover. There's so much smoke here coming through from team number 13, Zone X. They're using the vehicles. They get one person to reposition. Now the empty zone closes in here. It's Brutal Joe in the midst of the empty zone, turning around and spraying out quite a bit of shots. But we do see Zone X having that ability to reposition. Brutal Joe, he's like, I've also got to hightail it now. It's stage number 5. This just doesn't tickle. It hurts. But, so going to be a lot of danger right now. Mika, he had the opportunity. Mika gets knocked. And is Buddha Joe, who's trying to get himself out of the aim, but is in a lot of danger, has been knocked as well. Buddha Joe, he's trying to crawl his way up the mountain cover, gets to a certain degree of safety. But oh my goodness, that was intense.
We have quite a few teams who have 1-1-1 players. I haven't been looking at the kill feed, but I'm pretty sure we have 2 or 3 teams who only have 1 players left. So this should be very interesting if it's going to be a 1v1 or a 3v1 in the end.
Yeah, I like to see those 1v1s in the end. They kind of get me off the edge of my seat. Which I think if anybody ever tunes, I kind of get excited, right? I do apologize for my level of excitement sometimes.
Someone misformed Table Mountain and stuck it in between this middle of this map.
Sometimes a Cape Town call then. Coming out.
Wow. Oh! Nice. Dude only has like 80 shots left. He has 2 clips and 2.5 clips, bro. Hey.
But that was, what is it? TikTok? Hello everybody and welcome back to the stream. This is Waylander here, bringing you the second match of day number 3 for Lobby A. We're in Murmur, and well, the last map, I mean, okay, we've got a very similar sort of situation. Plane going low, but this time in the complete opposite direction. This time it's going west to east. Once more, it's going to be interesting to find out where the drops are going to be. Montenegro is a potential drop. It's just going to be one squad here, team number 8 heading off to the island. Whereas everybody else dropping a little bit late. It's going to be flying not far past Los Leones. And well, we know Los Leones does throw out a bit of danger very early on. It is one of those hot drop points, but Picado as well. It looks like there's several teams making their movement across towards Picado. This actually would, if all these players land towards Picado, it's going to remind me of when PUBG first started. That was where when you were actually used to jump out of a plane and you will see like 10,000 people with you, everybody landing in the same place. It was that moment in time where you need to actually go and get your loot as quickly as possible. It used to be crazy at the start, the first year or so of PUBG. Not to say it's not crazy now, but you know. So it's Team 12, Team 11, very close to one another. Adult World Carnage in the mix here at Picado, which we thought was going to be a hot drop. The battle once more across the compounds. They chose different buildings. Fortunately, I would say, for both teams. Otherwise, you're going to be brawling it out barefisted in the very beginning. So an interesting start. Meanwhile, it's going to be a battle here. TU already in the mix. They are up against IG, team number 5. Silverbot has been knocked. Bow on the outskirts there as Daddy's making the wraparound play, but has to be careful. Dangerous is close to the window, and Dangerous, as we know, is very dangerous. Switching to the shotgun, going for the strafe jump. Oh, there's the shots coming out, but the reload timing, the strafing, Dangerous gets taken out of the equation. That's going to be quick 2 eliminations. can they get the rest of the team now? That's the question. Losing, going up here as Bo on the charge. Gets the knock onto Heisenberg. T21 is close by as well. Meanwhile, Zone X have also picked up a couple of kills elsewhere on the map, and this is just continuous action between the teams here. I mean, it seems to not matter. Erangel, Murmur, you don't care if it's a bit more flatland or a situation like this where you've got this high ground into the low ground play. Dead is the only one left standing and is going to be hunted down as Bo using this for cover. Gets a spray out but doesn't land anything just yet. However, T21 is going to get the knock there onto Heisenberg, and that's going to be the finish off there. As we take a look at the map, where else do we have some action going on? Is LJ up against Zone X very, very, very early on. Meanwhile, here at Picado, this action is continuing as Carnage up against Adult World. It's going to be King taking out here, Fairy taking a lot of damage, but there's been a couple of knocks there for the side of Carnage. Or will they go for the rush play across? Can they go for it just yet? I'm Sage is quite low. Dopey has been knocked. Fairy using the staircase just to get to a bit of low ground here. King T is the one providing vision from just behind the outskirts of the wall. But still, waiting patiently. They do get the revive onto Dopey, but there was not going to be much by way of resources. King T will see Sasuke peeking out behind the corner. Doesn't have the utilities to just make that force play. Waiting for the teams to come across. This is the moment in time where you could potentially go for the wraparound. Provide some cover in the front. No vehicles there, though, to do that quickly enough. So the question is all about timing. You've got Woody on the high ground there for Adult World. They do have the numbers advantage, but not so much in terms of those health bars. The question now, they're playing very, very patiently, both teams. Not wanting to give away too much just yet, waiting for the other to make that first aggressive movement. They're just holding the ground as it stands. As we just switch across the map and we'll just continue with this battle here between LJ and Zone X, and we'll be keeping an eye on what's going on there as well. In Picado, it's not like we're gonna just not lose sight of that. We just want to make sure that we can catch as much of the action as is possible. Once more, both teams here as well playing that safety game. They know they're gonna get now the action is happening here in the midst of Picado. Fairy has been knocked, but there's been one in response. King T leading the charge, manages to get Sasuke. Oh, but Dancer went for the shotgun as he was reloading. It's Woody with the pickoff. Now it's just Fury left up against both Woody and Dopey. It's King T who has been eliminated. Fairy is safe for the most part. Oh, King T making that movement across, and that's going to be the team wipe. They did lose two, but Adult World picking up another set of kills for themselves. Meanwhile, we switch back here to Montenuevo, and the battle between Zone X and LJ continues. Joshua taking not even just a lot of damage, has been knocked, but still has the safety of the compound. It's some tight spaces in here. Oh, Damkus the next, as it's going to be Zone X on the charge. It's only T who's at range, and that's going to be just one player left. They have spotted him out here, and Zone X using those utilities. They want to go for that high ground play. Oof, just slightly off the course of the window, and now the chase is on. Lovely cover. They do go for a strafe jump in here. Crazy. We saw Crazy do some crazy things in the last matchup. Rush up the staircase. And that is going to be that as they take down the final member. Meanwhile, EMP are winners from the last game. They're in a battle up against Butt Hunters. They've already taken down, I think, 2 as they're trying to get onto Scarlet. It's Kanye inside the building, has to heal back up, knows it's dangerous to try to go up the staircase with that health bar sitting as it is, but Scarlet in danger as well. Oh, lovely nade coming through from Beast. They get the knock onto Scarlet, but will they be going through for the finish? Who's going to be making that play across? So that's the big question. There's the climb up. Viper here who should be able to get the finish off, and Viper takes out Scarlet. And so that's going to be a full team wipe there as EMP pick up 3. Meanwhile, we could have a potential battle royale. It's 7mm, very close to GUF Academy, and the one remaining player from Butt Hunters with Adult World not far behind as well, as there's Sub-Zero who's going to get knocked out by I think it's Joe there who got that elimination. Now they're heading, it's just outside Los Leones. Will they be heading in the direction of La Vendita? I mean, there is quite a bit of distance between both 7mm and GUF Academy. So I don't know. I think they will not be crossing paths as we're heading into the ending bits of stage 1. And already we've lost quite a few teams. We've lost about 5 teams already. So it should be the quieter moments in time right now in this in the game, because there's quite a bit of a spread between the teams as they start to circle in. It'll be about 2 minutes before we start to see, or rather consider, where the action will be coming from. Because even though there is 11 teams on the map, most of them are in the southern region. So I have a suspicion that stage 2 is going to be quite deadly, with so many teams heading in from the south. Real question is, where will they be going to right now? They can see where the MP zone is closing in, because it's a decision of loot versus getting involved in some action. And Murmur, the terrain is quite difficult to transverse into K7. It could be Butter Joe heading straight towards 7mm. Do they know that they're there? As I think maybe Mika72 would have spotted them out there. There's a lot of fire coming out, but so far Mika using, look at that, just avoiding most of the damage, gets back to a bit of safety. Meanwhile, Butter Joe has jumped out of the vehicle, and now it's going to be this full wraparound play that they could potentially be going for. Butter Joe with a reposition. Oh, GUF Academy on the hunt. Slayer there took a lot of damage for the side of 7mm, but they've also got this compound in a decent bit of position. A Scorpion with the self-nade there, and Ascend with the finish off, as we saw just at the edge of the screen. Ascend trying to get the lock on here as the chase is on. It's into the building. Buddha Joe with the finish onto Slayer. Now it's only Buddha and Arsenal left alive. But they took the higher ground, right? Mika, I think, would have spotted out where Arsenal is. Buddha in just behind. Butter Joe has spotted him out, but there is quite a spread between these two. Will we see GUF Academy go for the 2-2 split as Ascend is just trying to force 7mm Boozer out of that high ground. Because to try to get to where he is here is quite difficult. He has made a movement to the second floor of the compound. Meanwhile, EMP up against Killshot. It's EMP picking up 2. As Mika giving the call out here as to the positioning on Arsenal ascending to the high ground, and now they are definitely going for this 2-2 split to try to take out the individual players from 7mm, as Mika just providing the space for teammates to make the movement across, but Ascend took a lot of damage as he tried to get close to where Arsenal is. Meanwhile, Boozer from range gets the knock onto Mika 72. Should be able to be revived, but there's a potential third party coming in here as I think this Ascend realizes, wait a minute, Zone X is coming over the hilltop, throws out the smoke, but he's gonna have to get this revive done very, very quickly. Meanwhile, EMP, they're still in the mix. They're just picking off kills left, right, and center. That smoke on perfect timing, as it's going to be Zone X here on the other end of this mountain. They're in a battle up against PST, who just also thought they could head in for some third-party action, but the high ground here advantage from Zone X is very much in their favor. Shots being sprayed out here. So GUF Academy, they had a beautiful position, but now they're in hot water, as they could be fourth parties even, because there's like so many parties heading off in the same direction. LGB with the drop down to a little bit of safety. Meanwhile, Adult World in the back line here, as you can see, GUF, their players are trapped on that high ground. Mika knocked again. The same with Ascend. He's going to try to get the revive going. This is... this was as close could be. Just timing that revive perfectly just to be able to keep the teammates alive. But oh my goodness. Nothing being done as PST timed it just right. Over the hill for 3 eliminations. Aimbot being taken out by Bo. And this battle is continuing. Super is in danger. Oh, Bo from range manages to get a quick double kill there. The TU All-Stars now from the low ground taking advantage. But Zone X is very, very, very close by. Will we see Bo heading in towards them? We would have known where they are. I think he's just trying to reposition to... Because this is a ranged battle. Myanmar is one of those spaces where you don't really want to be too close. Unless you can have that numbers advantage. As there's shots being sprayed out here. Crazy getting a knock onto Adult World as well. Because that battle's continuing. Bo with the repositioning. Meanwhile, KS, how many teams are fighting and where is everybody fighting at this moment in time? Oh my goodness. LGB. Just from the edge of the building gets the knock and flush through for the side of PSC. It's just dopey. From Adult World left as Zone X is crazy. He's making the movement across, as we can see. Oh, look at that shot from LGB. My word, that was insane. So that's Adult World taken out of the equation. We're down to 8 teams. I mean, but a lot more than there was in the first match. At stage 2, I think it was 7, just one more in terms of the numbers. But we're heading towards the final minute of stage 2. Now there's a bit of a spread between the teams here. Mr. Bombastic, the only player left alive for Killshot. He did manage to pick up a kill. He's using that sniper to great advantage, just proning and saying, all right, let's see what eliminations I can pick up here. Meanwhile, TU walks straight into, or drives straight into UAE with the nades coming through. Has to break out through the door using the smoke for cover. Shelby wants to be like an actual Shelby GG and quick plays across the top of this hill. Nades are coming through just to try to block him off. It's a 2-2 split here from UAE. Shelby is here by his lonesome. He's still going to have to wait for the cover to come through with both Bow and Dead. As he wants to peek over the top of the hill, but knows that it could be a death trap. Okay, he does see where Umi has repositioned too. So now he knows there's a potential 1v1. That smoke still providing as much cover as he needs to. We'll be heading into the vehicles as... but this is difficult terrain in order to get those wraparound plays. He's heading back towards his teammates. Are they going for a full wraparound here? That's the big question. I think they are. It's a strategy we've seen TU use quite a bit. So they're heading here, and I think we should see that northern movement as well. But they would have spotted out PST in the mix too, who are also very, very close by. His Colonel is taking a lot of damage, or at least some damage from Sahil and Umi, who has been spotted out, and that's going to be Colonel. Yeah, doesn't get the knock. Should be, okay, no. He's erring on the side of caution. I thought he was going to take that shot. Lords with the reposition, trying to get onto Sahil, using the car for cover. Nice timing on the prone there. Smoke as well being used. Knows there's a potential for third partying here. Umi the one, throwing out fire, as Lords just holding that nade. Doesn't know exactly where Ndumi is, gets into the vehicle and wants to hightail it from here. But Colonel getting the knock onto Umi. Now the repositioning. Is he going to drive through Sahil through the smoke? Oh my goodness, he does. He manages to do it somehow with the vehicle wobbling left, right, and center. And I think we should see the finisher here. And that's going to be Sahil taking out shotgun blast from Lords. Meanwhile, Vegeta on the outskirts, but oh my word, Colonel gets a pick, and that's going to be Umi taken out here. There's Colonel with the knock. He's holding that ground, manages to get the knock onto one job. Iron is close by for the revive, but the wraparound play coming through from Lords. The repositioning is there as well. They try to use the vehicle to get out, but one job has been knocked. We should see the flash coming through as well, but they want to take out Iron as well, and that's going to be Lords taking out one job. Iron is quite low, but could have headed into the arms of the team number 8. Who are trying to gain a bit of control of this location, but with everybody heading in the same direction, I mean, nobody's playing this safe. It's just third party on top of third party. It's been like this the entire game through. Cracked on the outside, just providing vision, but do you really want to be there, with, especially knowing on this particular map where there's so much of sniping going on? Let's just see if we can get as many of the teams in view. There's a reasonable spread between them, right? So I want to see if we can get as many of them as possible in view. Shots being fired by LGB from behind. Oh, LGB's got them in the scope. Whereas Iron is just staying very, very, very safe. I mean, you are solo at this moment in time. It's nice to play for positioning. Nades coming through. Lords is there. The rest of LGB is making their... the rest of Zone X is making their way across. Iron would have potentially been spotted out by LGB as his teammates are engaging in the front line. Meanwhile, KS is bombastic in the mix as Whitey is going to get... the setup here for his teammates to go in for the flush. We're down to 7 teams. And Mr. Bombastic from range has been just picking everybody off. But now is deep within the EMP zone and has to make that movement across very soon. I think the EMP zone will force him to make that movement across. And this is not where you want to be. He's trying to strafe his way across. Doesn't have a vehicle to close those distances. He's just trying to, for the most part. As you can see, this is some Matrix kind of movements happening from Mr. Bombastic here. Meanwhile, EMPTU, they're very, very close to one another. This could be the start of a battle between them. EMP took out TU the last time around. Are they going to be doing it again? They do see Bo on the high ground, waiting for just the right timing. Beast, as we know, got the going all out in the previous match. Picking up just one elimination in this game. But it's a ranged battle between the 4 members of EMP and TU All-Stars. With Stage 4's timer just ticking down. Oh, meanwhile, Iron getting a knock onto Phantom just off screen. As I mean, there is a bit of a spread between the teams, but Iron got that knock. Will he be able to take out Phantom? That's the question. Oh my goodness. Iron with a double knock and an elim. It's only Vegeta left, who's going to have to try to come to the rescue of his teammates. As Iron will be picking up yet another elimination. So he got himself into now a potential 1v1 situation. Somehow. As the two teams from TU and EMP still battling it out here. Just outside El Pozo. Still 7 teams in the mix, though a good few more players have been eliminated. Final few seconds of Stage 4. Still a lot of points up for grabs with 17 players still left. I mean, it's 17 times 15. So, you know, one person can get to kill 16 of them, because obviously, you know, if you kill yourself, it doesn't count. You could have some big position jumps here in day 3. Ooh, one of the members from EMP 1878 has been knocked. They got the smoke in for cover. Can they get the revive through? It was a lovely nade coming through from the side of Zone X. Mr. Bombastic taken down quite low, just standing on the very outskirts of this of the safe zone, and is hoping. He does spot out where a couple of Zone X players is, but doesn't want to give position away just yet. Now the battle is on. Zone X up against EMP, who have repositioned. They use the smoke in vehicles to their advantage, and the cover being provided. But Zone X did get them to use some of their resources, so that's some bit of advantage going their way. With EMP heading in towards the safe ground, or at least towards the center of the zone early on, knowing that the battle here on the mountaintop could have been a fatal one. And with that, but then Kanye would have been spotted out here. I think let's see the movement does. YZF R7. Quite a bit of damage onto Kanye, but got to the safety of the building. So it's Al-Azhar. It's going to be the EMP zone, the safe zone is going to be closing outside Al-Azhar, as the teams are going to be forced to head across for the EMP zone into the last 40 seconds of Stage 5. And so this is that moment in time where you're going to have to make those decisions, how you're going to be getting in here. With 2 members from Zone X could be heading straight towards TU, who went for a bit of a split. They do see Bo on the high ground, but he just got over the top of that ridge just in time, as everybody is making their movements across to towards safety a little bit early, but that's good. Now it's going to be Zone X up against EMP. They have spotted each other out. They're going for this very aggressive play. They're like, okay, let's go for it. It's do or die right now. The EMP zone is going to really hurt. This is stage 5. Do you want to fight in the midst of it? It's forcing both teams to make these kinds of plays. There's the tag damage coming through. Oh my goodness, there's the knock. But I should get the revive into the mix. The play zone, however, is taking out players from Team 7. Dead has been knocked as well. The nades are coming through over the top of the hill. Crazy trying to return fire, but this is looking dangerous for them because you've got EMP in the midst of the compound and they've got safety there. But with the rest of the teams coming through, how long is that going to stay safe? That's the big question. The mollies onto the roof, however. Viper taking a lot of damage from the nade coming through. Oh my goodness, what a nade into the mix. Meanwhile, we can see the fight on the top of the hill as well as Vegeta gets the knock onto Dead. Bo is going to try to hunt down Vegeta. Meanwhile, Zone X are now trying to close this gap in with LGB in the front line. They get the knock on to 1878. Now the chase is on. Kanye's been knocked as well. Will this be the wipe? It's only Viper left alive. He's going to get hunted down on the outskirts. Gets a knock onto Whitey, but it's going to be taken down himself, and that should be that. Oh my goodness. They do get a kill in response. Do they? No. Full team wipe. Everybody stayed safe. Only Whitey's been knocked. And that's going to be Zone X with a play. Meanwhile, Bo and Dead somehow surviving that onslaught. They managed to get a pick off themselves, so that's 2 teams out of the mix. But Zone X, they're gonna have to make the movement across quickly now. This EMP zone is forcing them. Whitey is way too deep in there. As Crazy is like, wait, I need a vehicle, I need to move, as the rest of the team is heading straight towards TU All-Stars, as LGB in the front line here. She wants to blow up this vehicle. Dead in a lot of danger. The nades coming through. That should be Dead taken out of the equation. Bo trying to survive this here. He gets the knock, but the shotgun blast. Oh, does Bo win this battle here? That's the question. He forced everybody back. Meanwhile, Beast gets knocked by Whitey, but gets a kill in response. Oh my goodness, Bo was taken out of the equation. But now we just have Iron, who stayed throughout this entire bit from EUE. And a Zone X up against Team 7 here. With Ganja on the high ground, wants to use those utilities just... Oh, what a nade! What a nade! We should see the rush play coming through. Molly just to say, well, let's finish this off. It's only Crazy that's left alive here. And with the Team 7, they got themselves into pole position to win this. He's got another Molly to deal with LGB. At the same time, he is searching. He's like, where's this player? My goodness, just playing on the very outskirts of this Iron as well. Is in a battle up against Sniper and Beast. Ganja here has got everybody on the rope, takes out Crazy and Sniper Gang with the kill. So now it's going to be oh, there's Iron. He's gonna get spotted out here. The shot should come through as Beast is making a play into the front line. Oh, we see Beast get the finish up. He's taking a lot of damage, but the nade from Super Gang as team number 7 picks up the chicken dinner. 5 eliminations and the chicken dinner. Well played to them in game number 2. With UAE finishing second, right? But technically it was Iron finishing second. Right? Iron just somehow managed, after that very, very early skirmish, 3 of his teammates taken out of the equation by TU All-Stars when they both landed on the island, right? And then just sort of got himself into this position. Where he's got his team to be able to just finish off second, picking up 2 eliminations in the process as well. Zone X with a mammoth 16 eliminations in 3rd position. 9 eliminations going to TU All-Stars in 4th. 5th position, we have ZZ with no eliminations. EMP are winners of the previous game in sixth position with 7 eliminations. KS with 2 eliminations in 7th. Mr. Bombastic was the one that survived, similar to Iron, as long as he could, picking up 2 eliminations along the way. PST with 6 eliminations in 8th position. Adult World with 4 eliminations in 9th. GUF Academy with 4 eliminations in 10th position. 7mm no eliminations in 11th position. Bot Hunters no eliminations in 12th. LJ no eliminations 13th. Carnage with 2 eliminations in 14th. IG with no eliminations in 15th position. This takes us onto the stars of the match with the LGBTQ plus going all out. 7 eliminations. Kanye with 2 rescues and an assist. Best companion in the finisher we saw with that what a nade moment goes to Sniper Gang. With that being said, we're going to have lobby number 3 up and running for you in just a little bit. So we're going to have our pause screen going. We'll be back with you in just a moment. Have sensed the opportunity to go in for a bit of a rush play. All 4 members from the side of Team 89 in the mix, as we're just taking a look. Lots of fire going out here. Nicely done by Mika. She gets the tag, has the knockdown and the elimination. She is quite low, but with the spread coming through from the rest of her squad, Smoke has been thrown up. Trying to throw in a little bit of extra cover. Could be a potential third party in the background with team number 6 there, not far away. They would have heard the shot. It's Miko. That's throws Mika, but she healed up. Lovely strafing and well, led the charge, Mika, and this is an opportunity for you to get some shots in. As you can see, there's a lot of spray coming out. Gets a big bit of tag damage into the mix here, but can they get anything finished out? It's I think 21 and dead as well, and making the rush towards the compound. Have they spotted it out? Godzilla looks like he's gonna go almost dead there. Just took a bit of tag damage, but you can't go in too much or too heavy, as his guns are blazing inside the building. That's going to be another knock. Smoke being thrown out there for cover, but everybody is being hunted down. It's only 1 shot left at this moment in time. Oh my goodness, look at that.
That was very, very strategic. Oh my soul.
That was
They
good.
did so well there.
Yeah.
Yes, and a lot of people, they don't like that well maps, but they definitely help for this. Being able to rush a compound, to keep a compound.
That way, you'll always have a plan to escape if you need to, instead of getting boxed in. Because you'll notice you're gonna get boxed in for fall. What a need! What
a need! It's like LeBron is back in the house.
Yeah, we just saw that thing pop out of nowhere. And another one. Oh, some smokes for his teammates.
Yeah, King T.
Very strategic smokes there.
Yeah. It's Elroy who's trying to make that battleground here. King T, oh, he used that smoke excellently. Got to a bit of safety behind the truck. But there's Team 17, Zeus Sovereign. They're coming in for some third party as well. Though they could have, it's Team 13 who ended up with a bit of a clash there in the background. I can see that on the mini screen, but we're going to see what's going on here as these two teams are heading in towards each other. With Team 17 trying to achieve the high ground play. Through the smoke cover, team number 5, which is Sierra Esports, they're making this rush through. Can they get this done? There's not that much cover. The smoke is there to provide that to a certain degree. And look at the play from Elroy. He spots out. He gets a knock. It's Fury. King T being taken down. Fury is in the mix. Slime tries to come in for some cover up. He gets caught out. It's only Kick-Ass. He's in a 1v4 situation. The nades are raiding it. Kick-Ass, can he kick some ass? He's trying to do something, but the hunt was on. Sierra Esports eliminates TikTok Titans.
I either have to wait it out so that Zonex and Fear can fight it out, or he's gonna have to make the first move, which on his part might just mean the end of his team.
Yeah. I agree with you. I'd be sitting there and trying to say that once they engage, the only time I want to go into this mix here.
Yeah, the third party it all the way.
Protein taking a lot of damage as Elroy is just there to provide the certain amount of cover, but there's no way he's going to be able to get close in. He's just waiting to be able to peek around the corner. I think we should see Protein being taken out, but he does know where Whitey is. The EMP zone will force Whitey closer towards where Elroy is. He's trying to stay safe for the most part, but he's taking a lot of tag damage. But oh, look at the control from Elroy as he gets it done. Oh, but the nade! What a nade! What a nade to finish it off. Persecutors with the chicken dinner. So we have LGBTQ plus crazy YZ from YT. A huge distance away, considering the plane decided to fly over the smallest region of the map. It's like it could have chosen any direction. It was like, yeah, we're heading east.
Yeah. Well, I was half and half. You know, I mean, they're gonna meet halfway there.
It is quite a distance, right? Because Montenegro is on the way. We do get quite a few people who like to go for this. But let me ask you guys this question, right? Would you want to go for your traditional hot drops, right? That you usually go for in rank? Or would you be thinking of, you know, second guessing a little bit and try for somewhere a little less common, but with still decent loot?
I would go for the second option. I know that kills are very great here. But you can always find more plays later on.
Yeah, you don't really want to get into... I
definitely agree.
Yeah, you don't really want to get into action too early. Especially with nothing on your side.
Yeah, it's an RNG game afterwards.
Yeah, and the thing with this map is the loot is not always very great. And you really have to be good at sniping to be able to really get this map under... Yeah, they're really doing the most.
Agreed. But let's take a look at Inspector. So Inspector is in his dune buggy. I agree with you. This map is not the most funnest, like, personally. But you know, there are people. It is like how we say, different strokes for different folks. As Inspector tries to get a bit of tank damage here on team number 5. Oh, they managed to get just King out of the vehicle. Protein has to reposition. Do they have the smoke cover in here? As Inspector saying, time to reload, trying to play some more fire into the mix. Between him and Iron, who they seem to have gotten team number 5, who finished off quite high in terms of position, but now they're in a lot of danger. Iron did get knocked, but it's Sahil who is close by, who has been eliminated, and so DC's in the meantime. Sahil on the high ground, providing out that bit of scouting. Teo has been knocked, Just King as well. But he's doing a lot of damage in the last game. There's a couple of nades coming through the way of Sahil. Protein is trying to hunt him up on the top of the mountain. Iron is still the only one that's in danger. Sahil with the strafing around the rock. He's got the Molotov. He's waiting for it to land. Wants to reposition behind the tree, but could that have been dangerous? Inspector took a lot of damage from that. He throws out a bit of smoke to provide the cover. This is a 1v1 battle for note. And it's Sahil who gets the win.
That was crazy movement. Well done.
Yeah, the strafing on point from Sahil as Inspector gets that one more, or actually the quick double elimination and then.
Yeah, definitely. And I really think that we don't, as South Africans, we don't get enough recognition until we reach like the top tier where we're fighting against other countries. So I definitely agree with that.
T21X has I Am Sage in the scope. Oh, the nade coming through there. Oh, it's on fire. I Am Sage gets the opportunity to heal back up. Used it for cover, but it needs the teammates to make that play across. The nade's raining in onto T21X. He's alone here. He's in a 1v4 situation. The smoke cover from Sage, but do they know that T21X is alone? I don't think so. He's providing enough cover for a fire cover for an entire team. So it's team number 14, Adult World, who are deciding to be a bit safe because they don't know whether they could be heading into a trap right now. In the right choice here, just trying to hightail it. Sasuke is the one waiting patiently. He's gonna throw a little bit of fire. Can he get that? He gets a knock onto Dead. Now it's a patience game. He's gonna have to wait for that moment time when his teammates can make the wraparound play. Dead is being locked down. Bo has to hightail it because I think it's just Bo and Dead left alive. Yes, it is.
We have one more there in the back, way back, moving in from the right-hand side.
I wonder why there was such a huge split between them. But Bo, he's trying to get enough cover for Dead, but I don't know. It's too difficult for him to try to get that revive. So much open space here.
Definitely looks like they're going for that confirm. We do have Shelby moving in as well. Not in time. Oh, well done, well done.
What a knock from Bo. How did he even see that through the smoke? Oh, he gets knocked in return as Woody is making his way across. Shelby trying to find a bit of cover. Team number 6, which is our Infinity Gang, they're making their way across. And they said it's time between the two teams. Third partying is real. As we're watching Team 6, they just real and dead past where Woody is, who has decided not to say anything. Oh, looks like we're in for that GTA style play as Silverbot in the vehicle. The dropout here, dangerous, gets the knock onto Sasuke. Can they get the rush play through? Sage is on the other side of the mountain. Makes me sing that song, Coming Around the Mountain. But I don't think it's when she comes. Because the way they've got Sasuke in position here, Electric, it's looking deadly.
Yeah, I think definitely that teammate definitely went on to greener pastures, if we can put it like that. Just trying to get the team some placement points.
He has been spotted out here, but a tag damage coming through from aimbot. We did watch some damage there in the early part of the game. So some tag damage here. The guy is taking a lot. Sergio just empties an entire clip into the distance. Now has to hightail it as shots are coming from Zidane. Sage and Woody just trying to survive for the most part. This is one of the more dangerous places to be, which is the edge of the EMP zone. Oh, nice tag damage coming from Sage as a one shot has been taken down with a couple of shots. The need, we need to go for it. Landing through took a lot of tag damage, but is in a 1v4 situation with Woody just on the outskirts. They're providing that little decent bit of cover. Meanwhile, Mika is going ham on the outside, gets a couple of knocks with the aimbot, trying to take down. Oh, that's 3 knocks there on the outskirts. We're just watching Sage, I think, teabag nothing. We saw that Sage just peeking up and down. The repositioning, wants to try to make that movement, but that was too much of open ground to go for, and Sage is eliminated. Here's Woody left alive, up against, well, pretty much everybody. Got 17 players in the mix, 7 teams available. EMP zone closing in. Aimbot is the one trying to get those plays onto our previous winners. Firing shots. There was a couple of self-fires making his play. Aimbot now takes quite a tag damage, but they've got them on lockdown here. He's just gonna be waiting for his teammates. Aimbot with the repositioning. He needs his teammates to come across, but there's a little bit of a spread between him and everybody else. We're just watching Brutal Joe providing that extra bit of cover. There's so much of smoke here coming through from team number 13. Zone X, they're using the vehicles. They get one person to reposition. Now the EMP zone closes in here. It's Brutal Joe in the midst of the EMP zone, turning around and spraying out quite a bit of shots. But we do see Zone X having that ability to reposition. Brutal Joe, he's like, I've also got to hightail it now. It's stage number 5. This just doesn't tickle, it hurts. But so going to be a lot of danger right now. Mika, oh, he had the opportunity. Mika gets knocked. And is Brutal Joe, who's trying to get himself out of the aim, but is in a lot of danger, has been knocked as well. Brutal Joe, he's trying to crawl his way up the mountain cover, gets to a certain degree of safety. But oh my goodness, that was intense.
We have quite a few teams who have 1-1-1 players. I haven't been looking at the kill feed, but I'm pretty sure we have 2 or 3 teams who only have 1 players left. So this should be very interesting if it's going to be a 1v1 or a 3v1 in the end.
Yeah. I like to see those 1v1s in the end. They kind of get me
Definitely.
off the edge of my seat. Which I think if anybody ever tunes, I kind of get excited, right? I do apologize for my level of excitement sometimes.
Someone misformed
if-
Table Mountain and stuck it in between this middle of this map.
Sometimes a Cape Town
Yeah.
girl then coming out.
Wow. Nice. This guy only has like 80 shots left. He has 2 clips and 2.5 clips, bro. Eh?
But that was, what is it? TikTok? I forget the name.
Mhm.
Which is team number 15, right? They are lovely positioning here. Their Slime with the shots being fired, but now has to reposition. Let's recover, but Slime has been knocked. Now it's a 2v1 situation. He does have the self-revive, uses that opportunity too, but it's a lovely split from team 13. It's a zone X. The nades are coming through here. Self-revive just in time. Oh my goodness. Does he have the heals? Yes, he does.
What is all of that sound? It sounds like a bombing is happening. What?
It is a bombing.
Yeah, this is weird.
It's
Iran.
what do they call it?
Iran.
Wow.
What is that? Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. This is game number 3 in Ground Zero, presented to you by Carnage Network and Waylander Gaming. We're heading into Rondo for the final map, and this time around, this plane's been crazy tonight. It's decided to go straight north, but all eyes will be on the usual place. UAE deciding to go for the early drop. I think after a couple of weeks now, everyone's like, wait a minute, New York's factory is New York's factory. I mean, it's the absolute best place to go for loot, but it's been proving to be the death of many a team. So, will we see the teams head off towards New York's factory? Is a huge cluster of players with the drop. Are they going towards? Yeah, they're going towards New York's factory. It's not changed. A couple of squads deciding to adjust strategy. But, I mean, let's be honest, right? This is one of the places where, between New York's factory and test track, this is some of the places where you can really, really rack up the kills. Though, once again, how you do this has to be in the 3-1 split. You're going to have to loot up, send one person away, just to make sure you can play a lot more aggressively around both New York's factory and test track. Because as we know, it's the revive stations everywhere. Aimbot managing to get to the drop onto the roof. Meanwhile, Zonex already in the mix here, as we're just seeing the shots being fired from every direction. Fury has been knocked. Will we see the elimination? There's the elimination coming through. It's EMP who manages to get that. Meanwhile, IG, they walk straight into Aimbot here, who manages to get the knockout to 1. Who gets that to 2? Is it going to be a team wipe? Oh my goodness. Is that the entire of IG? Let's check very quickly. Oh, no. They went for that 3-1 split. Dead is still alive. I thought that was going to be that. Oh my goodness. Oh, lovely play in here as a bow, taking a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Dead gets the knock onto 7mm Slayer and the elimination as well. With EMP on the other side, it's just shots raining in every direction. I mean, on the top of this roof, right, is one of the best places to start picking up eliminations. It's Aimbot with 2. Ascend has been knocked because he's in a battle here up against Vegeta, who's going to try to go for that high ground play to try to deal with us and wants to get that flush. He's going his way. Goes all the way up, but he's going to get spotted out, taking a lot of damage. It's going to be the cover provided by Aimbot in Mika 72. Meanwhile, outside of New York's factory, there is a battle. Iron gets the knockout to Scorpion. Vegeta just repositioning here with the Scopo from his team already in the vehicle, as you can see, just hightailing it out from here to get close to a revive station or point. Meanwhile, EMP trying to get the drop onto Mika. As we switch to action, maybe just a little on the outskirts here, because Lu Yin was looking very deadly, but I was just going to switch across to the action there. But things are heating up in this particular space. Ravage with the nade onto Adult World. One of the members from Adult World there. He's on the high ground. As Ravage takes out Woody and Baby Boy from Adult World. Meanwhile, Scopo has been taken out, and that could prove to be dangerous, as it was just the one player left alive from the side of... It was just Vegeta who was left alive. I was going to switch across to Lu Yin, which was also a hot battleground. We've got Zone X and PST already battling one another. Colonel has been eliminated, but Ravage has picked up 3 eliminations himself in this battle. Lord's healing back up. But it's just a switch between the action between 2 different places right now. Not sure where to keep my eyes on this. We'll switch across to I think back to New York's factory. Let's see what was going on, because New York's factory was looking quite tasty as Aimbot tried to get to a bit of safety. His teammate has been oh my goodness. And the game has decided that it wants to freeze and not start. Okay, let me just get this pause screen running while I try to deal with this very quickly. Have sensed the opportunity to go in for a bit of a rush play. All 4 members from the side of Team 89 in the mix, as we're just taking a look. Lots of fire going out here. Nicely done by Mika. She gets the tag, has the knockdown and the elimination. She is quite low, but with the spread coming through from the rest of her squad, Smoke has been thrown up. Trying to throw in a little bit of extra cover. Could be a potential third party in the background with team number 6 there, not far away. They would have heard the shot. It's Miko. That's throws Mika, but she healed up. Lovely strafing, and well, led the charge, Mika, and this is an opportunity for you to get some shots in. As you can see, there's a lot of spray coming out. Gets a big bit of tag damage into the mix here, but can they get anything finished out? It's I think 21 and dead as well, and making the rush towards the compound. Have they spotted it out? Godzilla is looks like almost dead there. Just took a bit of tag damage, but you can't go in too much or too heavy, as his guns are blazing inside the building. That's going to be another knock. Smoke being thrown out there for cover, but everybody is being hunted down. It's only 1 shot left at this moment in time. Oh my goodness, look at that.
That was very, very strategic. Oh my soul.
That was
They
good.
did so well there.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they don't like that now maps, but they definitely help for this. You know, being able to rush a compound, to keep a compound.
That way, you'll always have a plan to escape if you need to, instead of getting boxed in. Because you'll notice you're gonna get boxed in from far. What a need! What?
What a need! It's like LeBron is back in the house.
Yeah, we just saw that thing pop out of nowhere.
My
And another
goodness.
one. Oh, some smokes for his teammates.
Yeah, King T.
Very strategic smokes there.
Yeah. It's Elroy who's trying to make that wraparound in here. King T, oh, he used that smoke excellently. Got to a bit of safety behind the truck. But there's Team 17, Zeus Sovereign. They're coming in for some third party as well. Though they could have, it's Team 13 who ended up with a bit of a clash there in the background. I can see that on the mini screen, but we're going to see what's going on here as these two teams are heading in towards each other. With Team 17 trying to achieve the high ground play. Through the smoke cover, team number 5, which is Sierra Esports, they're making this rush through. Can they get this done? There's not that much cover. The smoke is there to provide that to a certain degree. And look at the play from Elroy. He spots out. He gets a knock. It's King T being taken out. Fury is in the mix. Slime tries to come in for some cover up. He gets caught out. It's only Kick-Ass. He's in a 1v4 situation. The nades are raiding it. Kick-Ass, can he kick some ass? He's trying to do something, but the hunt was on. Sierra Esports eliminates TikTok Titans.
Either have to wait it out so that Zonex and Fear can fight it out, or he's gonna have to make the first move, which on his part might just mean the end of his team.
Yeah. I agree with you. I'd be sitting there and trying to say that once they engage, the only time I want to go into this mix here.
Yeah, the third party it all the way.
Yeah, Protein taking a lot of damage as Elroy is just there to provide the certain amount of cover, but there's no way he's going to be able to get close in. He's just waiting to be able to peek around the corner. I think we should see Protein being taken out, but he does know where Whitey is. The EMP zone will force Whitey closer towards where Elroy is. Trying to stay safe for the most part, but he's taking a lot of tag damage. But oh, look at the control from Elroy as he gets it done. Oh, but the nade! What a nade! What a nade to finish it off. Persecutors with the chicken dinner. So we have LGBTQ plus crazy. Why is he from? Why is he a huge distance away, considering the plane decided to fly over the smallest region of the map? It's like it could have chosen any direction. It was like, yeah, we're heading east.
Yeah. Well, I was half and half. You know, I mean, they're gonna.
My apologies for that. We just had a little bit of a glitch out, and well, fortunately, we're back into the mix. As you can see, the game is loading in. And I wonder how many teams are going to be left and who's got the kills. It would be nice to see the action, but you know, sometimes this emulator does its own thing. Fortunately, I don't think we've missed too much of action, as there were kills all over the show. We're down to 12 teams, so there's been quite a few eliminations overall. With Adult World, sorry, just give me a second. So at Adult World, they still got their full 4 members in here. They're just in the Bamboo Grove, right? And it looks like there's what's going to be a huge clash here between quite a few teams. Bot Hunters are very close by to Zone X, as Mr. Wick taking a lot of damage with PST very close by as well, but it's going to be LGB who gets that elimination onto Mr. Wick. TU All-Stars also within proximity, but I think they are in danger of being locked down here by the side of PST, and it's going to be Bully with the elimination there onto the Bow. Rolex, meanwhile, elsewhere on the map, gets another elimination. Where is this battle going on? New York's factory still has a few people around there. But now it's repositioning time. And the opportunity to recall teammates if they haven't been recalled already. With, I think it's Shelby just holding the line here for the most part. Wants to get towards the revive. T21, I think, was eliminated twice, dead and Bo, just waiting for the opportunity for Shelby to try to get their rescue going. But has to be patient. Would have heard vehicles, right? But doesn't know if it's heading towards or away at this particular moment in time. Now has that opportunity. Will we be able to get the revives? I think so. But opting, I think, to move away from and head towards another location to get those revives going. Meanwhile, Zone X, as you can see on the map, just drove straight past PSC. And the one member from UAE is surrounded here by players from, it's Umi, from the side of Killshot. Do they know that Umi is here, though? Oh, yeah, okay, there's a Molly. So they know that something's cooking. Oh, Umi with the knock onto Mr. Bombastic. And our position has been given away. The two members remaining from the side of KS. I mean, he's just launching mollies here onto the high ground. Just trying to get Rolex low, and because I mean he's in a bit of a danger. I mean there's another molly coming through, but Rolex just positioning just right. Nade comes through. Lovely nades. Oh, we see the pickup. It goes for a bit of pre-fire through the corner, but Umi stays safe, heals back up. New York's factory's still been deadly. As it's the drop down here. Oh, onto the ledge. Nicely done by Rolex, avoiding all the fall damage. Gets the revive onto Mr. Bombastic. And I think, will we see Ubi get out from here? Or just continue to try to force everybody towards where his position is and utilize that advantage. Meanwhile, while we're saying that, it's going to be PST on the hunt. They've got the knock onto ZY, and one of the players from Zone X has been eliminated, and so that's going to be a kill going their way. The rest of Zone X have decided to disengage from that location. Meanwhile, there's two players from KS. They've been revived on the other end of the map. We'll be heading back towards their teammates. Meanwhile, Umi's just sort of staying low and in position, but it could be a skirmish here between LGBT, but he's in a 1v3 situation. Did manage to get the knock onto Lord, so it's a 1v2. Just threw out some damage, and is he going in here? I mean, that's dangerous. I think it should definitely be a repositioning right now from him, as one job has gotten teammates revived as well. TU Shelby could be heading straight towards Sub-Zero from Bot Hunters. Does he know that he's in here? There was no pre-fire just yet, as Shelby's just sort of driving around right now. Still looking for the right place to get a revive, but I mean that window of opportunity, as you can see, has closed. So no revives there for the side of TU All-Stars. They won't be able to do that. Oh, meanwhile, it's LGB. He just used the vehicle reposition, and he's getting the pickoffs in here. Forcing PST out of their location. They think they're being invaded by a team. This man is just everywhere. Just legitimately forcing everybody around that map. So gets the pickoff and moves back out. It is still it's actually stage 3 at this moment in time. We missed one stage. So it's gonna start to hurt a little bit. We have quite a few players still left remaining, right? We still have 41 players in the mix, as we'll be heading towards stage 4 at this moment in time. Most of the teams are already in the safe zone, And with the safe zone being as small as this is the time the battles are really gonna start heating up. As Carnage throws out a couple of shots just outside test track here. Meanwhile, the two players from KS, they've been knocked, Mr. Bombastic being one of them. With Sahil from range getting Mr. Bombastic, as they have... that was quite a bit of range. Rolex has to disengage here, but LGB could be heading straight towards him. Crazy, where is Crazy on the map? They're actually quite far away from one another. They're playing this almost like this is solo queue. Can that play to their advantage? Everybody rushing in, as we can see. I'm just following the eyes on the map as legitimately everybody is making their way across here. As we do see PST have spotted out Fairy. Nice nade coming through from Bully. This is just trying to bully the Fairy, who does have a spot out. Holds that nade, but he's taking some damage. It's Mika from the other end. Gets the flush. That is well played to Carnage. But now you're going to see Colonel trying to get into the mix here. Wants to go across. Does spot out Fairy. Gets the elimination. And that's going to be the Carnage taken out of the equation. Meanwhile, on the high ground here, you've got bot hunters up against the one player from LGB. It didn't work out in their favor by going for the split like that, as bot hunters pick up 2 eliminations overall. Aimbot getting the knock onto Colonel, and it looks like Crazy who's made the play across. Megimu in a lot of danger here. It's just trying to crawl to safety, just dancing around the walls. Meanwhile, Mr. Wick, or John Wick, tried to get this line of fire here onto Colonel and Lords from PST in a very, very good position, using the tree to just get a little bit closer to get that a bit of a better shot. He does spot out Lords, but Lords is got the cover of the building for now. Crazy throwing out some smoke, wants to try to get out of the building, has a nade Scarlet on the high ground here. Oh, but taking some damage from behind is Mr. Wick. He's behind him. He's got the nade set. Smoke is being thrown out for cover, but UAE, they're close by as well. They're making the play towards the center of the zone. This is battles going on everywhere, as Scarlet with the drop down play. Who's gonna get the Scarlet firing through the walls? He just gets that kill, and that's going to be Bot Hunters picking up another elimination. We've still got 3 players in the mix here. Oh, meanwhile, Sub-Zero gave his position away. He's gonna be knocked, and that's gonna be the flash coming through from Sahil. EMP zone tightening in once more. This is the final minute of stage 5. There is still 17 players remaining, and so this is going to be that battle royale we always see towards the end here at Rondo. Bot Hunters repositioning, trying to get towards the center as quickly as possible, knowing that that might be the best option since there's only 2 of them left alive. Get into the center, get into position nice and early. With Team 7, they're already there. They already picked up 1 chicken dinner. They're hungry for more. Maybe they'll make it 2 in a row. That they were the winners in the last match. Oh, as Bot Hunters, they're heading straight here towards Team 7. The shots. This is a massacre in the midst of the safe zone. Meanwhile, IG's Heisenberg is trapped up in this building. There's a battle between PST and... oh my goodness. As the GUF Academy, Booted Joe and Ascend taking damage from our team number 7 there, who are just over the hill and gotten themselves into a strong early position, knowing that the timer here is going to be quite quick to end stage 5. We're into the under a minute mark. Butcher Joe with the spot out. Gets a bit of tag. Can he get the knock? He wants to. He's just going for that peek play. Now the repositioning. Colonel has been knocked. 5 teams remaining. Colonel in the midst of the EMP zone. The EMP zone should be the one that takes him out. And so that's Colonel being eliminated by the EMP zone. Lords, oh, he drove past into dangerous territory. He's trying to heal up while he's moving. But this is going to be difficult. Can he get this done? It's still 5 teams in the mix. But it's Team 7. They're right there. If he goes over the edge of this cliff here, he's going to be heading straight into danger land. He does spot at Wonka, but Wonka was like, no, thank you. Welcome to my arms. And that's going to be 10 players remaining. We're down to 4. Team 7 getting themselves, I mean, if you look at it, right, they're a full 4-man. It's a 3, 2, and 1 split from the remaining teams, right? So in terms of numbers and the position advantage, it looks like Team 7 have this again. Could be 2 chicken dinners in a row. Yeah, and Complex, yeah, they got you on the reload. It happens. You know, like one of my co-commentators always says, though, weapon swaps, you know, before anything else. Meanwhile, GUF, they get a pick off. They use those barriers, and this is Zed as well. They're also getting trying to place a lot of pressure here. They have seen where Ascend is. IG's Heisenberg being taken out of the equation. We're down to 3 teams remaining. Oh, but Gansha has been knocked. They wanted to keep this numbers advantage to Team 7. Teammate with an opportunity. Oh, and a shot coming through from Phantom. He gets a knock onto 2. Will it be 3? Beast just gets it a cover just behind the tree, just in time. Phantom has to reposition now. Wait, he does see Wonka. Wonka's in a vehicle. I think they're going to be using that vehicle smoke play cover. They had the advantage, but that advantage has gone up in smoke thanks to Phantom. Saying, doesn't matter, we're still in a duo. We can still get something done. The EMP zone closing in, final few seconds of stage 6. It's actually Team 8 in a solid position right now, since the EMP zone is at their front, really. Shots being sprayed out here by Phantom. He's got the entire of Team 7 on lock. But GUF Academy, they have the high ground. But as the zone closes in stage 7, forcing everybody, the nades coming through here. Team 7 in hot water. It's going to be 3 knocks coming through. They just got 1 player left alive, is Wonka. If they can take him out of the equation, as it's going to be Ascend on the chase coming through. Molly's left, right, and center. That's Ascend with a pick off here. They're trying to go in for more. Can he get this done? There's bodies just lying around. There's only Wonka in the mix here. Booter Joe gets another nade coming through. That's going to be 3. It's Wonka up against the Ascend. Oh, the strafe jump comes in. It's now a 2v2 situation. Oh my word. Team 7 were in pole position, but this GUF Academy on point, and they have the high ground. Even though it's just a few seconds of stage 7, they don't really, it's gonna force them down towards the low ground. Our Team 8 gonna be patient throughout all of this. Can we see the oh, Booter Joe with the knock onto Vegeta. Now it's a 2v1 situation. Will we see Ascend? She's making that strafe movements here across towards Phantom. Phantom potentially going for a peek. The smoke has come out here onto Vegeta. Will Ascend either go for Vegeta? I don't think he knows where Phantom is. He spots out Vegeta crawling down. He's just going to be waiting patiently. Doesn't want to go for the smoke play just yet. With Booter Joe with the wrap around here. Does Booter Joe go for it? Oh, Booter Joe's been knocked. Now it's going to be a straight out 1v1 between the two. Ascend has the shotgun. Phantom has the health. Who's going for this? Oh, no, headshot coming through from Booter Joe. Oh my goodness, from Ascend rather. What a play from GUF Academy, storming through here in this 3rd and final game of the evening. Massive 19 eliminations and the winner chicken dinner. My goodness, what a showing from them in this map here on Rondo. I can't wait to see what the table's going to look like after today. Whew. there was some upsets, there was some shockers, there's gonna be a lot of swap outs here. I mean, 19 and the winner chicken dinner, that is a ton of points. I think that's like what, 300 points just in this map for GUF Academy. But anyway, we got team number 8 in second position with 7 eliminations. Team 7 finishing off third. Like I said, I actually favored them at that late stage of the game, but I got caught out too close together. They were too stacked one on top of the other in that late stage, and the utilities coming to the forefront. They were being naded from both our first and second position teams here, and so they finish off in third with 6 eliminations. IG in fourth position with 4 eliminations. PST with what was that, 12 eliminations in fifth position. UAE picking up 9 eliminations in sixth. Bot Hunters 3 eliminations in seventh. Adult World with 3 eliminations in eighth. Zone X with 7 eliminations in ninth. KS picking up 4 eliminations in 10th. TU All-Stars not having the best of days in this particular match. I mean, they were very strong in both week 1 and 2. Week 3 finishing in 11th here with 3 eliminations. At 12th position goes to Carnage with no eliminations. 13th position, 2 eliminations to LJ. EMP from winning to 14th position. They were the winners of the first game. They picked up 4 eliminations in 14th position, and 7mm no eliminations in 15th position. As we head into the stars of the match, it's GUF's Academy's aimbot with 6 eliminations. Mika72 with 3 rescues and an assist. And the finisher, as we saw, was Ascend in that 1v1 battle, doing very, very well, picking up 4 eliminations and an assist. And with that, that concludes Lobby A's week number 3. We're going to be heading to week number 4 for them next week, Tuesday. So well played to all teams involved. And for you, the viewers at home, thank you for watching. It's a pleasure to cast for you as always. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to press that like, share, and subscribe buttons. You really would be helping us out on the channel by doing so. But from myself, Waylander, it's going to be goodbye and good night until we see you on the next stream.